Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, the Leo King, and Brian Scarborough, Fixed Air Moon, for this Deep Love Tarot for this week of April the 18th through the 24th of 2022. Hope everybody's doing wonderful out there. Welcome to your Love Weekly Forecast Show, where we go into the tarot, into your love life, and the astrology for the collective and all 12 signs. Of course, make sure that you join highvibe.tv. This is definitely the network where you can get all my daily horoscopes, all the weekly horoscopes, and of course, all the special shows that we do every week that are all spiritually done. This is the Disruptive Spiritual Network, spirituality like you've honestly never seen before. We are on all the apps that are down below. And I got a couple announcements. One, I'm going to talk about Don't Trip first. Don't Trip is going to be at the beginning of this June 10th through the 13th. You can get lodging now, camping passes. There's a couple, I know some RV passes still. I am on the, of course, lineup to be there, but I'm also going to be doing this cool new sacred space that's there. Last year, of course, we had the High Vibe Camp. I'm still going to be doing that, but I'm actually going to be doing my talks up on the mountain above the stages in a sacred space at night. So if you want to hang out with me, Brian's going to be there. Talking with Natalie right now, she's going to be there. We're going to have a whole high vibe at the Don't Trip Festival. It's at 9,000 feet up in Utah. It's so much fun. It is the best time of my life, honestly. It's the one thing I look forward to the most every year, and especially meeting with all of you. And I know that more people wanted more access to me. That was the actual term. So you're going to have more access to me. And every night, going to be doing astrology and spirituality talks in a sacred space in the wilderness. And then it's such an awesome open festival with just all about that positive vibes, not tripping out about life. And it's a stacked lineup if you can't see, but it's amazing. So go to pleasedon'ttrip.com, get your lodging now while they still have it if you don't want to camp. And it's right there. They have cool shuttle service. And I'm thinking about doing some things like Brian and I are coming up with some cool activities to do at the High Vibe Camp. Little like fun stuff we could do. Like one of them is I'm going to give an open mic night and I'm going to let anybody roast me. Why I trigger them and when they can trigger me. Like, you know, and just keep getting the mic. You can talk shit on the Leo King all you want. Fucking like fun stuff. We have some other cool stuff that I've of course done. But please, if you really want to hang out and be part of this really amazing festival, and we're doing it even bigger than we ever have before there as High Vibe, representing there at Don't Trip by. They're giving us a whole sacred space to do for the spirituality portion of things. I am doing, of course, my big talk that I do every year, and I'm playing on the main stage at a really awesome slot. So don't want to miss it, and would love to be with you at 9,000 feet up in Utah for Don't Trip. Also, on Wednesday, my Hypergate manifestation Masterclass is starting, so make sure that you join now because it's in about 36 hours or so, where you can be with me for the next 5 weeks on Wednesday nights. Of course, whether you've been through my Love Masterclass or Hypergate or all of my, Lightworker schools of astrology, this one is combining all of them into how to manifest what you want in your life based off your astrology chart. Even if you are a beginner, this will be very easy for you to understand, and it will change your life in understanding how to manifest whenever you get into issues in any department of how to lean on your natural divine code. This is going to be an amazing course. It's live with me where you can ask question and answer. Of course, if you can't make it for a night, the recording's always up, and I film them in such a way that even for people in the future, they can actually be part of it. But it's different to be part of it live and to be with all the hundreds and hundreds of people that are in it as we are all in it together and asking questions together. It's a total vibe. So looking forward to starting that this Wednesday. Make sure you go to highvibe.tv and click on school, or highvibe.tv and click on manifesting. Brian, what's going on, brother?
What is going on? Appreciate you. Glad to be here. Don't Trip's going to be so sick. It was so much fun last year. It's going to be at another level this year. So I just want to say, like, if you can get out there, get out to Don't Trip. There is a link in the description below, so check that out. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. I went up to Grass Valley over the weekend. I brought a hat back, repping the hometown.
Boom.
Spent time with my son. That was great. Saw some family. It was Easter. Yeah, no complaints. Just happy to be alive. Sometimes you just gotta be happy to be alive. And That's where I'm at right
Yeah,
now.
how was that full moon for you in Libra, square Pluto?
It was so chill because it was just me and Sterling. And I guess that's like pretty much like my life primary relationship at this point. And gosh, I think we just bonded, you know, we just had a good time. Not intense at all, like nothing crazy went down for me for the full moon. Actually, this whole Sun square Pluto has been nice. I've been feeling really good. I'm a little tired. I got Saturn on my moon, but other than that, like getting over those little things and just like going after it. So sometimes we just gotta stay persistent, go get it. But yeah, I don't have anything, you know, much. I mean, the astrology's pretty cool this week. Sun's gonna come into Taurus. That brings like a nice sensual vibe to our life. And I think, you know, we kind of need that after all this kind of like go, go, go with Aries energy. Like slow down a little bit, really consolidate our values. And especially in relationships too, make sure that the relationships hold that value and that they are kind of part of the dream that you're creating for life. And why not? Why couldn't that be real? But there's also, you know, like we were just talking before this, we're like, yeah, it definitely feels like the calm before the storm with eclipses coming and all this crazy astrology that's up to bat. So I don't know. It's like enjoy what's at the plate for yourself right now and make smart decisions that your soul's guiding you to, and you'll probably be just fine. But it's like not making the decisions that your soul's guiding you to make that will like show you not value, but the opposite end of that, like some dumpster or something.
Dumpsters. Yeah, I love dumpsters. Well, if you've never been on the show before, we're going to talk about the collective for your love, and then we're going to go into all 12 of your zodiac signs by the high vibe gold chalice with all of them at random in here. That's how we do this show. I'll be pulling the cards, looking at it, what's going on, and Brian is going to be doing the astrology when I'm shuffling. So let's start with this collective first. Whew. After that full moon, man, that was a full moon. That was talk about a full moon. That was a fucking full moon.
How was it for you?
It was amazing for me. It brought up everything about my fears of relationships and what I need to change, and brought up just a lot of fucking like clearing of old shit and letting go of all these shit from the past.
Yeah, amen to that.
In order for it to open up for the future. So it's funny, as I'm shuffling, it was the Knight of Swords that just popped up, and I'm like, oh, that definitely felt like my weekend. Like, okay, it's time to fucking enter into the fucking change of my life as fast as I can. What have I been doing? Fucking, I'm an idiot.
Here we go.
Like, you know, yeah, definitely here we go. But that's not what I'm pulling for the club. That was just for me, like, while I was saying that shit. I'm definitely, like, ready. Like, I've, like, cleared a lot of my old past out and just cleared shit out and just, like, am I really going to just keep being alone? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I think it was a vulnerable full moon because that Pluto square brings you to all the shit that you know, but you kind of, I don't know, either don't want to face or you don't face it yet, or you keep hesitating on doing something, and it's like I can't hesitate. We all can't hesitate anymore. We got to make the changes, and we got to get to that deeper truth. And you know, I couldn't imagine being in a relationship right now. That would be like bringing up all the relationship stuff right now that just is not working and all that kind of shit. And like, you know, so like, I'm glad I'm single to this point, but I'm glad that I'm ready to change things after this point, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was in my 7th house and in Libra.
Yeah, and I was born with Sun square Pluto, so, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is my energy, Sun square Pluto. Like, I need that. Yeah, like, I love that edge. I love that intensity. So it's like, man, I'm kind of missing that edge intensity thing. Relationships are intense for me. Like, they're always like, I don't like boring relationships. So that's why I just don't get in relationships until I find, like, that edge. Maybe that's my problem with Sun square Pluto. All right, let's find out what's going on with the collective with that O there. Look at that O. It looks like a 0, but it's an O.
It's an O.
It's an O. Collective. Zero out. Collective.
That's very Pluto if it was a 0.
I know. What do we got here? Fucking 4 of Wands in reverse challenge here. 3 of Swords there. 3 of Wands overall. Oh, we got the High Priestess here. Well, I always say that High Priestess, she is mysterious as fuck. And I'm feeling like there's an amazing, great mystery here going on. I'm liking that we are seeing that Three of Swords there in the challenge position, because this is us, I think, getting over the mysteries of, especially I think, fear-based energy over like things being heartbreaking. But there's a lot of open doors here, but it's almost like there's a lot of closed doors to open, because this is Four of Wands reversed. Why am I getting King of Cups? Yeah, it's like stuff that, you know, has definitely been our like safety net that's not really working anymore is a weird thing. So it's like places we've invested and felt comfortable emotionally are easy to stay in, but when they're not exciting anymore, they're not worth celebrating anymore. That could be hard. So it could be, you know, you having to find more excitement in certain relationships. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting reading already. There's definitely knowing what you are and what you're good at, and only looking for the things that really align for what you want. Like, I think a lot of this is, I think a lot of the problems here is if you've kind of been in relationships and you overlooked, like, well, they're good at this and I'm good at that, but like we really don't match on all levels. But you know what? They're a nice person. I like them. It's good. Those relationships are going to fall like flies right now. But I feel like where it's like right now, this future outlook and these optimism, and especially this High Priestess is involved. So there's a lot of deception on, oh, I can make things work with somebody that's really not that exciting. No, it won't. Oh, well, our talents are different and we're kind of on the same page. No, we're not. Oh my God, am I only met with heartbreak? No, you're not. Oh, wow. I knew there would be something good over that. Look at that. That Lovers just popped up right over there. So this is definitely a huge moment for us this week after this full moon, and really all this Pluto energy and the sun coming into Taurus this week to really like find the good stuff, right? They're in that really beautiful energy of Earth right there. Is that Mount Shasta in the background? Might be. But, you know, look at that. Ready to feel the land of the fruit. But what's going on here in that future? Okay. All right. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. Wow. I knew that there was something weird going on. This really does feel like, you know, number one is you're looking forward in your future right now about things. It's like you're going to have to remove any fear of like total happiness. And maybe you don't have to like, you know, be focused so much on that. Be focused on, are we in alignment and are we like optimistic about going on the journey and seeing where it ends and where it goes? That's a positive place. I think if you have too many expectations right now, that could be a bad thing. But also the energy that's not emotionally connected, and I hate to say it, this is a sex card. So, you know, if it's got no emotional passion and it's lacking that, it's not going to work right now. And I don't think ever. And I think that this is us really getting through the mysteries of our, look at either love or broken heart. And I think that, you know what, you might be afraid of the broken heart ship, but really it's love that's there. You might be like, oh no, it's all great and good, when you know that there's that hiding behind the background. And I think that this is, I don't know, we're going to get one more thing of clarity here. I just want clarity on this. Oh yeah, Seven of Swords reversed. So this is definitely going to be a tricky week. I feel like everything that's really extremely false, you're going to have to face. And especially the falsities of things that are not sexually connected, not being on the same kind of tracks, especially when it comes to talents, especially like life, identity of where you want to go with your life. And then you add to that mix, you know, this is definitely a time for us to clear the energy of what's not really making us happy in our life and not be afraid of what is going to make us happy. So what is Avalon saying about this? I'm ready to see what Camelot has to say. What does Camelot have to say about this one? Hope a grain doesn't pop up here. Nope. But you know, this is so High Priestessy. The lady of the lady of Shalif, you know, she's out there and she's like the Hermit card, she's got the light guiding her. She's pulled up to shore. There's Camelot, but she's asleep and she's got her little love poem there. So this is the card about love, but in the illusion of it. So what's an illusion? What's not? And I think that this is going to be, it can also be a victim, but on the other side of that could be idealism. So it's like getting rid of the idealism of, I think, the things that aren't working, right? Like she never does make it to Camelot. Like, she makes it to Camelot shores, but not into Camelot. So are you on the shores, but really not in? That's going to be a theme, I think, coming up a lot right now. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to use the other Avalon deck for in the middle with a planet card for this one this week. Because we are not going to be doing the, we did not hook up the fog machine, so there is going to be no victim card this week.
Sorry, everybody.
Your victim energy. And I think that we got to not advocate for that either. Focus on that right now. Anyway,
Maybe that's the message behind that.
Yeah, that's
There
the
you
message. Like, I think that the message too about that, why that's not coming up today, is like, we're not going to do that right now. We're not going to focus on that shit. We got the focus card. So it's definitely, you know, the focus though in the trees, that trail in line. Where's the trail that you want to go? Are you already in your illusions right now going, I'm focused on how this is going to end? Okay. Then why don't you just end it already? Because, like, stop being in this fucking weird spell energy. Like, you can't trust the high priestess. I hate telling this to people in tarot. You can't. She's a spell worker. She is doing weird shit. She's got the moon dripping down on her. So is she really even there? She uses fucking some weird shit to get there too. Let's not forget. I just think that, you know, but if you're focused on the love energy, it's like, you know, I think that you got to look at your own stuff where you create your own illusions. But I think with the Seven of Swords here, you know, you can't also avoid things that are fucking weird. Like, I feel like there's like a lot about being like, okay, there's very simple. I think it's very simple, but I think that the option energy is like, okay, like I know this is an illusion already and I'm going to go towards it, or no, this actually feels like it's real. This actually feels like it's good. This actually feels deeply connected. It feels passionate. And it feels also like there's an excitement in seeing how the talents come together. I think if you can't find that, there's no way to have focus. There's no way to also get to your destination where you need to go. That's where the Three of Wands is. So seeing the Lady of Shalif come up, right? She doesn't get to her destination fully, right? Because that Three of Wands is like, oh, I need to take the ship. Okay, you can take the ship and knock out and not even make it, right? Like, that's kind of like the Pilgrims landing at Plymouth Rock, but staying on the rock. Oh, Mercury retrograde, that reinvention, but that relook at things. And I think that the focus here is about really like analyzing things in a different way, especially that Mercury right now is in Taurus. It's meeting with North Node this week. This is about, you know what? Why don't I start looking at the things that actually are substantive, that'll work in my life, and let me figure these things out instead of keeping everything as a pipe dream or on the horizon so much. I think that that's part of the problem, is on the horizon. Shadow-wise, let's see what we got here with the vampire deck. The vampire oracle here. Les Vampires. It's a French vampire deck. Natural, that's the shadow. You know, it's almost like we're running away from the things that feel just organic, natural, and organic, and we can't do that. We gotta be like, you know what? It should feel natural to be in love. It should not feel like, well, I gotta do all this hard work. I know that people think that those go hand in hand, but they really don't. Like, this is a different world now, and it's where it's just natural, it just flows, it's instantaneous, or it's not. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of energy that's just gonna, not gonna work out, and then a lot of energy out of nowhere that's gonna be like, wow, this is gonna work out. And I think that's gonna be the natural course of things, and you can't be freaked out about that. What do we got with Ganesh here? Oh my gosh, Ganesh popped a couple cards, but the one that came through was Enlightenment. So it is having the enlightenment, having this aha moment. I'm feeling this big moment for us all really coming into things. I'm also using a new deck that's just coming out. Like, I just actually got it this weekend. It's called the Sacral Chakra Oracle. You can find them. They're the Zen goddesses with the X right there. And this is a really cool deck. Make sure that you follow them, and they have podcasts out and everything. But this is a really cool deck. So I'm going to add that on top of Ganesh here. And Sacral chakra. You know, I like going in that sex. What's going on with our sex life? So I'm going to ask that. But also combine that here with what's going on with Ganesh. What is the enlightenment we're having? And where is the sacral energies that you need to pay attention to right now that are going on? And what do we get here? Oh, we got the movement card, move energy, and that tiger there. I think that this is definitely, you know, that energy. There is a, you know, the movement, but also that prowl energy, like kind of on the prowl. And there is that energy of the enlightenment of like where to put that energy. You see the serpent that's coming across there at the top. This is definitely a movement energy, and learning to allow our movement to go where it needs to go. Move away from the things that are not connecting with us and move towards the things that we are really feeling magnetized to right now, and not to be afraid of that. This is about definitely getting over massive amounts of fears of heartbreak, whether it's things moving out and things that are moving truly in right now. So quite interesting to see that that's where things are. And for majors, to finish this off, what's going on with the majors here? I'm just going to pull a major on top of this. We did get the star card. It is the renewal, the rebirth, following the alignment of the universe, and showing up things, without a bunch of baggage is going to be the best thing in your life. So getting rid of stuff that's not working, or facing the shit that's not working and clearing it so it could go into a better place. The astro dice that we did get ninth house, and we got Mars, and we got Libra. So this is definitely about the adventure of relationships and taking action on it and defining our life by the beliefs and where we believe, and honestly the adventure of where we could go in our relationships, and people that honestly have the same sort of vision as us that can help push us and help each other and push each other in the same direction. Back to you.
Yeah, that was a really good reading for the collective. I think we're at this place right now where it kind of feels like a lull, but we're also at this time where we really got to go after what feels good in life. So with relationships, what feels like it's committed, what feels like it's on that same sort of path, especially physically or with values. That's very important right now too. Excitement's important. With Mercury meeting with the North Node, we're going to start seeing a lot of signs show up. And we might see those with relationships even, because Venus is starting to sextile over to that South Node, and Mercury and Venus have been in sextile for a while. So there's definitely signs showing up about where the top-notch value is in relationships. And then Mercury's going to finish that conjunction and square Saturn by the end of the week. So it comes with these epiphany moments that we got with Uranus. It comes through these sort of sensual feelings about how things really are manifesting and feeling. And then it's the deciding factor about really committing to something of value, and especially with another person, something that's beautiful and open. The Pisces energy is pretty magic straight up right now, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter, and they're all pretty close together. Neptune's really going to be at the midpoint this week of Venus and Jupiter. So there's a lot of abundance that this universe has to offer. There's a lot of really good feelings out there, but there's also not just going too much with the flow. Go with the flow, see where the flow takes you, but then it's make the deciding factor so that you're in an exciting place with people that you want to be with, that are exciting in the right ways. And I think it's not about the drama that's ripping things apart, but it's about the drama that's fun, and really trying to find that with people is very important, and holding on to the good stuff and not getting sort of spelled into the nasty side of life right now, because we all know there's a nasty side. So it's get away from that stuff, go to where you feel is opening your world up, and make the decisions to do that, and change your environment if needed. Have the conversations. It's definitely a time and a week to talk. So don't hide things, especially with that Six of Swords reverse. It's not a time to hide things. High Priestess, be open, be vulnerable about what feels good, and you're gonna get things flowing where they need to go. So.
Yeah, we got that movement card too.
Yeah, and the movement card. There's a lot of movement right now. There is a lot of mutability. There's a lot of change, but there's fixed energy too. So we're changing into the things we really want. And then we want to hold on to that stuff, but we have to be willing to let go of the stuff that's not that.
Yeah, well, even Phil Goodlife just channeled the same thing I channeled fucking within hours apart. I did my channeling this morning. I'm things are going to fucking flow so fast. The TSA thing this morning.
I saw that.
Right?
I missed it by
before
a
that
day.
happened, I was saying it's going to seem crazy this week, an out of this world new energy. Things are just going to change so fast that you're going to be what the fuck? That anything that was backlog is just going to go freak. And then he channeled that about this energy being really fast and anything, and you can't plan either. You're just going to have to go. He did an amazing channeling, and it was verification for what I was channeling, and then just even in that reading and what you were just channeling with the astrology, it's all lining up. I feel like it's either moving or it's not, and you can't be in denial. It's just it's moving or it's not, and if it's not, okay, let it go and go to what's moving.
Yeah.
All right, let's see
what's growing.
What's growing and moving and poking. Cancer's the first one. Cancer is the first one. Well, Cancer's going to get the badass tarot deck. Right away, go get the badass tarot. You can look it up by Harley. And I just realized I have the rare version that was handmade. I actually love it, but I do love the version that you have. I just ordered another one, but it's platinum.
You'll like the cardstock on it,
and the cardstock's awesome. But I got the handmade one, and I appreciate that I have this one so much, and I've been able to use it. And That new sacral chakra oracle deck is amazing, and then I'm promoting this deck for tarot when it comes to badass tarot, because I honestly feel like these are the two. If I had to pick two decks right now, like these are the two that I would want to be walking around with. So, all right, let's go, Cancer. What's going on? You've been going through a lot, and I know it's like whoa, but we are coming into Taurus now. Ready for some 11th house crazy shit? You got the Devil reversed here. You got the Queen of Pentacles as your challenge. You got the Knight of Cups overall, and you got the Strength card reversed. You got to get over something that's just killing you energetically, that's drawing all your energy out. Especially it's not helping you create anything anymore, feel confident in yourself, even physically anymore, and even maybe money. And I think that, you know, it's okay for you to open the door to where you emotionally want to go, but there's definitely letting go of something that's been really bad. When I see the Strength card reversed with this Devil card reversed here, what's going on with that? Ooh, and a 3 of Swords reversed. You're too afraid of the heartbreak of it. You got to let go of something that's just not serving you anymore. I don't want to get there and start getting all tarot crazy on you and start saying you're dealing with somebody dark, but you might be dealing with somebody who's dealing with some really heavy shadow work. Like really bad. Yep, 7 of Swords. I mean, I didn't want to go there, but now I have to go there. Cancer, I don't know why you're still trying to hold on to the fucking devil. that's like putting on a show, and that's lying. And look I love how they're barcoded on this one. That's why I love Badass Tarot. They're so smart. Harley's awesome with what she did, because like are you just this now? You're just a barcoded, like lied. This is a fake relationship. And one that's stealing your energy, you know, like look at that, prying with the brain too, and like this crazy weird brain surgery, tattoo removal, but you're too afraid to remove it. You're too afraid to remove the barcode. And what's up with the Strength card reversed? Magician reversed? Yeah, it's like, man, you're not in your magic. It's taking away from your energy, probably even your health. With that Queen of Pentacles there, and your feeling of abundance and feeling good and energetic. What's up with this Knight of Cups for your future? Knight of Wands, there's some amazing new offer, or at least an offer that you've been thinking about, or somebody, could even be doors from the past of things that never really got to actually see what was there, that you need to move forward with and get out of this crazy situation here, because you got two knights right next to each other, and you got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands there, and the Queen of Swords. It's like, there's no questions. It's like, yeah, that's actually where I'm going. That's actually where I'm wanting to go. Man, 8 of Wands reversed. Yeah, I don't even need to pick anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, Cancer. You have to let go of an energy that's really toxic, that's really bad. You could be dating somebody, or you might not even be, you're aware of it, but I think that maybe you're just not wanting to be aware of it. Like, you know, you're in an energy where something is sucking the life out of you, literally, and then you don't have the strength to do it, and you feel you're too afraid to like put an end to it because of heartbreak. And I'm sorry to say, but it's causing your look, it's causing your health, it's causing your abundance, it's causing your ability to feel like you can manifest the life you want. And then there's something else. What's the sign of what else is out there? 7 of Wands, something where somebody's in a better position in their life. You know, the Pac-Man that's actually not afraid of the ghost and running around and getting where he needs to go. And that energy of somebody who's got the higher ground in life, that valor energy. Like, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's really weak and almost like sucking the life out of you and taking your own strength and your own energy away from you. Let's see what Camelot has to say. Whoa, what's going on in Camelot here? You got the sacred union. Wow. I think that's on both parts, right? I think that there's a sacred union that's not really sacred anymore. And I feel like there's this other side here that's trying to get you to go towards this place that's the true sacred union. And I feel like, you know, but this could also be, I don't know, I'm going to ask if you fuck something up. 4 of Pentacles reversed. I feel like, no, I think that you are at a place to where it's like, you don't even want some sort of energy and you're still staying there. And it's like, let it go. Open up the doors to an energy that you want. I feel like you're denying your own needs. What's going on here with this Avalon deck here? You got communication, and with what's going on with the Astro here, you got the Moon card, and you know, this card in this deck is not just your typical Moon. This one's dealing with a lot of shadow, emotional communication. Like, you're afraid to have the talks. You're afraid to just fully be transparent and emotionally communicate with the new energy where you want to go, or where you just really want to go. in general, whether they're somebody new or it's something that you had seen. I don't know why I got, because it's almost like I'm back. I love this because it's like, I am back, bitches. I almost feel like you had a connection and then it didn't work out, and then you got involved with some really horrible stuff. And it could have been years ago, 10 years ago. It doesn't matter, because Cancers can have been stuck kind of in some really weird shit for a long time. And this Queen of Swords is trying to get the communication going. And it feels like, whoa, I could have something way better and get on the trail and be Mr. or Mrs. Pac-Man to Pac-Man or whichever one it is. And then there's this lie, denial, bullshit communication where you're not letting your emotions out there. So I feel like this is a big week for you emotionally, and how to communicate to the fake shit and get rid of the toxic shit. And then what's that doorway that's opening up that it's like, hey, sorry. I think, are they going to understand the Sun card reverse? They're going to understand that you weren't yourself, but they might not be very warm up to it right away. They might have a little bit, but you got to like show them and tell them like, hey, I get it now. Wow. I know that might sound crazy, Cancer, but that's what I'm getting. What's going on with your shadow here? What is going on with your shadow? You got free will. It's interesting that you're too afraid of freeing yourself from this toxic situation. That's your shadow. Like you're also, guaranteed, since this is your shadow of that independent self, you're dealing with a control freak. You're dealing with somebody who has gripped all their control around you and is taking it away from you. And then there's an energy that lets you be yourself and wants you to be the queen and wants you to be great and wants you to be the king, however it is. And like, you're avoiding that like crazy. So that's kind of interesting that popped up. What's going on with Ganesh to help you out here and get a better understanding of what's going on here? Wow, Ganesh is flying around. Spiritual quest. Yeah, I think, look, and it's even going to that side of the deck. Like, you're leaving this bullshit and going on the spiritual quest to what's true in your life. And it's not like there's anything not waiting for you. It's like you're popping up out of a door like, hey, what's up? I'm back, bitches. Like, fucking, here we go. And you got the Queen of Wands or the Knight of Wands just ready to go here. I don't know why you wouldn't do this. What does the Sacral Chakra Oracle deck have to say here? Fucking, this is definitely going to be intense. I've got a feeling. Wow, empowerment. And, I feel like this is the empowerment that you can get through this spiritual quest, like actually having the courage and actually that it's a beautiful thing. It's funny that you did get the strength card reversed. So I think that you're dealing with somebody who's taking your strength away, but I think that when you give yourself that strength back and that empowerment on that spiritual quest to what's true, it's going to be so much better in your life. Way, 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 way better. Let's see what's going on with the major arcana here. Man, all the cards the Fool came out, so... Yeah, it's the new journey. It's the exciting new journey, and it's also not being stupid and having more fun. I feel like you're lacking on the fun department. I just want to pull one more here. Yeah, wow, Ace of Wands, the new journey. I know it might sound crazy, Cancer, but there's too many signs on this one. Cancer risings, you need to pay attention on where's this new journey going. It's a new way. It's a new direction. It's the new vibe. And it's like, you got to pick that new energy. You can't stay the same way it was, and you got to deal with something that's just... Or whether you're lying and you're in a toxic place, or if you're hiding something. Cancers hide more than any other sign. So. You got Mars, Pisces in the 5th. Yeah, definitely. I think that you are clearing out the sewage of your love life and stepping into the beautiful love life that you want. But you got to work through your sensitive parts of yourself and actually take action on moving through your sensitivities into your ultimate dream story. That's your doorway. Back to you.
Yeah, Cancer. I think you have a lot of like breakout energy that you could use right now. You don't want to like hide from that. I know it's kind of a vulnerable place, but it's also like you've learned so much. And now it's time to really like voice the direction of life that you individually want to go, and to make sure that your relationships are on that same magical journey. You have a stacked 9th house. Venus, Jupiter, Neptune are all so close. You're starting to really feel that energy, and Mercury's with the North Node in your 11th, and you got eclipses coming to your 11th, and then a lunar eclipse in your 5th. So it's like you might feel like you have to make a major disconnection moment that's coming up. It could feel like it's on the brink of like tearing something down, but it's like that there's change that's coming for something that's exciting and fun, and not hiding things. And it's really like wide open. Like I thought that was a good point in that reading. It was like, it needs to be like wide open for you right now so that you can have the sort of fairy tale come through. You don't want to clam it down and suppress it. Mercury's going to square Saturn. And of course, we start off the week, today with the sun square Pluto, and that's your 10th and 7th house. So it's like you have big decisions to make about your connections in life and your relationships and who you're merging with, and they could transform your life. So you're like getting a big chance here to transform your relationship life for the better and for the new and where that new journey is going to go. And you kind of have to like step up to the plate here. And that's what this week's kind of about, is like, I want something beautiful and open and abundant, but why am I connecting to what's not there? And that's like a big question you got to ask yourself, and you got to, pull the trigger on what makes the most sense and is the most exciting that you actually want to commit to in your life.
Yeah, I think that you bring that up really well. And I know it could be a little scary out there, Cancer, but you got this one. We're rooting for you here.
Definitely.
Rooting for you.
I'm always rooting for Cancers.
Yeah. Oh, Leo second. What the fuck? I was not prepared for my own reading next, you know what I mean? Fuck. Shit. You know what, Leo? We're going to go gold and black here, Tarot. Oh, Leo.
Just getting pummeled.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Leo's got a lot of big 8th house and 7th house still with Saturn, and then...
Yeah, I mean, these eclipses are just all kind of like the focal point is almost Leo,
Yeah, it's destiny time for Leo.
It's a big deal.
So Leo's been one any other way. I better feel destined, or
all that pressure, and then all the North Node in the 10th, and oh man, Mars in our sex house. Wow, man. Lots is going on in
Saturn,
the sex house.
the original ruler of our relationships in that house. Okay. Uranus and Taurus. Okay, in the 10th. Our relationships are karmic and on our destined path. Okay. It's going to be an interesting read for sure. All right, Leo, what do we got going on here for you? Last little thing there. What do we got here? Oh. High Priestess and 10 of Pentacles reversed, but I don't know why those two cards came out. Challenge is 5 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune reversed overall, and the Star card reversed. A lot of reversals here, but there's that 10 of Pentacles there. You're not in a place where you can try to control things right now. I would definitely, this Star card reversed is definitely having some problems, and I don't know why, but this is past shit. It's like the challenge is letting go of the past. In order for you to reset things right now, you got to let go of the past. Like, I feel like this Wheel of Fortune card is almost like, because it's in reverse, it's like, hey, you know what? Let the wheel spin the way it's supposed to. Stop trying to, I don't know, whether it's control things from the past. I mean, what's going on with this past stuff here? Oh, well, it's past memories that were good, but it's almost like, are they going to come back the same way? Never. And I think that 10 of Pentacles with that High Priestess reversed is, it's nice because, Leo's, when things are nice, they're nice. And you're remembering the nice things, but I think you're forgetting about the bad things of the past. And I think that this is all about moving in the future right now. Yep, at least look at that. That's getting rid of 5 of Pentacles reversed. It's like, you're out of the fucking shit show, so why think about the old shit show? What's up with that Star card reversed? King of Swords reversed. Yeah, stop putting so much attention to the past, or why you can't move into the future of a much better energy that's resetting. What's up with that Wheel of Fortune reversed? Oh, 8 of Pentacles. Well, it's definitely like, you know what? This is where the wheel, let it turn into the energy where it's like, you know what you're good at, you know what you want in your life. Stop thinking that you have to find that. It will naturally find you by just focusing on your talents, and let destiny happen. Chariot reversed. This is definitely for you, I think, where I think that you feel like you have to, I don't know, whether it's hesitation, it's kind of confusing here, because there's definitely a lot of energy of trying to pick the right situation, whereas letting the situation that's defined already be defined. I feel like you're on a destiny quest here, and I feel like you don't need to do much because the destiny's going to happen. And I feel like this is you getting out of your own fucking way. Like, just get out of your own way, Leo. I'll put one more here. King of Pentacles. Yeah, you already have everything. It's already all set up, and everything's all set up, and you already have the abundance, and you have all the things that you need in your life. And I think about knowing your value and your self-worth, that's going to get you in a place. I definitely feel like, just like, stop thinking about the past. Stop getting about, or feeling even like, oh, I don't know if anything's going to happen. No, things are definitely going to happen. Just get out of the fucking way. Get out of the way, Leo. This is you getting out of your own way. And you got the White Spring card from Camelot here, which is a great card because it is all about the energy, the protection energy. It's also a great card because it is about that gratitude and the healing energy. And I feel like you've been in this White Spring energy, and it's like maybe you're a little afraid to come out now after being wounded so bad from the past, and with that Five of Cups that we got as your challenge card. So the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. But it's good that this is the challenge, because I feel like this is what you've done, is you've gone to this renewal, this White Spring energy, but you don't want to get tainted again. And that's okay, but at the same time, don't let it stop you from having good memories again and building new memories, right? And building a new solid place to be in life. Let's see what's going on here. Well, confirmation. Death card reversed. Like, again, don't try and resurrect things that brought you into the White Spring. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. You got the owl here, which is deception and wisdom at the same time. So I feel like that's the call, right? Are you going to deceive yourself into thinking you're wise enough to go back into the White Spring again, where you got battered before, trusting people that didn't work out in the past and giving them a second shot? I don't think this is about second shots. I think that this is definitely about the wisdom to move into what destiny is bringing you, and allowing that destiny to come in. Let's see what's going on here with the Astro here. Oh, 10th house. I mean, there's so much 10th house going on. This is have the wisdom to let destiny take its course, 10th house, and to take you to where you need to go on your mission. You have all the abundance. You have all the things that you need. You have your self-worth. You have all this stuff. You don't deserve to go back to things that didn't deserve you, that don't see the best in you. You don't need to try and, I don't know, this almost feels like trying to control things, to hope for some crazy thing to happen that might come back. I feel like it's with somebody who probably did not value you highly. And just being real. Because this is definitely also, I pulled the High Priestess as the first card reversed. It almost feels like somebody was extremely deceptive and you're forgetting that. So it's almost like the second you drop that, the second you get your destiny. Like, the more you're dropping your past, the more you're letting go of what's falling away, and the more that you're allowing new energy that is going to come up. And like, I think for you, the main thing is like, these are like really intense past energies, like really intense unions that didn't work out, really intense unions that didn't value you. Or anybody that, even if it was a quick union, they just were like, I don't see the value in you at all. And like, you felt that. Shadow-wise here. Primal. So Leos are wanting to get their primal energy out. The shadow is definitely wanting to have that sacred dance, that fucking sexual union, that powerful connection deep. It almost feels like, well, how are you going to have that, Leo, if you're not opening up the doors to that? But also at the same time, I think, because like you're too beholden to the pain of the past, like, or just the pain of where things have ended up for you. It's like, hey, you got to be in a place of seduction and attracting what you want in. It's not about controlling things, right? It's not about playing the game, right? It's about being in a place that could bring in that sacred energy and that instinctual energy. I'll pull, Ace of Wands with that. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty hot, actually, Leo. But you gotta, and anybody who's not in that place, just stop trying. You got the decision card. I think, you have a big choice here, that wisdom or deception. Like, you're gonna fall for the old deception and the things from the past, and the things that really are not wanting to come into your life the same way or on the same passion, or want to leave you kind of high and dry and like be like, oh, I'll call you next week, or maybe next time. Energy that does not want to connect don't even fuck with it. People that are just like, let's just wait another couple days, or let's just push it off. Like, fuck that. Peace. Let's see what the Sacral Chakra Oracle deck is saying here. Wow, law of attraction. And you know, it's interesting because I was talking about attracting energy, and you got that primal card here. So I feel like, you know what? You are that king, queen, sitting up there, attracting everything that you need in your life. Look at that. And how peaceful it is, right? Like, you don't have to do all this crazy work. Like, you know you're the shit, and everybody wants you. So get back in that position. Stop crying about the past, about people who don't want you. They're an idiot if they don't want you. Let it go. If they don't want you, they're the fucking idiot. And you know what? The best fucking way to deal with that is to attract the best stuff that values you, because trust me, they'll for the rest of their life be in tears. And it's not about payback, but you know what I mean? Like, as a Leo, we already know, like, you're dumb, you know? So let that be as it is, right? Like, and move out of this. Let's see what your major arcana is for this week here. The Hermit, yeah, I feel like, you know, that wisdom is definitely trying to come out, and also that wiser part of yourself, and start moving forward. This is the wiser plan. This is not Leo just running amok anymore. This is Leo definitely stepping into the power and stepping into what's best for you in your life, knowing that you can have the things that you desire deeply, that you can definitely go where you want to go in life without having to do all the control aspects of things, of like what you have to try to do for yourself control-wise. I know that Leos, we don't try to control people. We just try to, like, you know, we don't like when people let us down, or people aren't on the same level of energy, or people aren't, and that's the problem. Is then hoping that people become a certain way, or people from the past become, maybe they changed, or maybe they value you again or something. No. Focus on this new energy. It's going to be so good for you. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles reversed. I almost feel like, you know what? It's like people that don't see how great you are, you're not going to attract it. Or if you don't feel that in yourself, you're not going to attract it. Your astro dice for this week are Gemini, 11th house, Mars. Go connect in the social world that you really want to do. I mean, I feel like this Gemini 11th house energy, which is your natural Gemini, is the 11th house for Leo rising. So guess what? Like, this is definitely about you connecting with the world and being the stimulant master and the communication person that's out there. There's a world of people and a world that you could have. And it's like you're coming out of, I think, some dark dungeon in your castle this week. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Leo. Well, I think it is definitely a transformative time for you right now. Could be a lot of things coming and going, or leaving and then coming in. I think it's like you don't want to have a ton of expectations of what that's going to look like, but you also want to hold yourself to that high standard, high value, and make decisions based around that, instead of having a desired sort of emotional attachment to an outcome about what someone else wants. It's like, just welcome in energy that wants to be around you and take you to the next level and go with you, or not even take you to the next level, just be with you on the jet plane to the next level. Because I think there's a lot that you're going to realize about what you can do to further yourself in life. And if people aren't on that with you, then there's no point in giving that energy out. You kind of have to, like, make big decisions with Mercury North Node in your 10th. And you also, even with the sun finishing in Aries square Pluto in your 6th and sun in your 9th, it's like there's a whole big world out there, but you can restrict yourself right now by obsessing over a past routine or a past schedule or what life was like with someone, when ultimately, like, you need to commit to someone that's committing fully to you, and not settle for less. And I think that, you know, the transformation will welcome you with all the good energy, all the emotional abundance that you want. But there is, like, something about accepting transformation and not having this sort of, like, controlled outcome on what it's going to look like, just trusting your gut and what's really going to merge and take you higher and farther, and then surrendering to that, opening things up, and then really going full on to the commitments in life with the right people.
Yeah, and that Wheel of Fortune reverse could be somebody else too, trying to control things too much. Anybody right now trying to control the timing too much, or you trying to control, like, let anybody that's like down, you got that primal card, you got that law of attraction, it's just like, it's instant. It's just like, it doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter. It's just like, bang. If it's not like that, Leo's open 24/7 for love. 24/7. None of this fucking, oh, we're only open 9 to 7 p.m. You know what I mean? Like every other sign. How lame is that?
Lame.
That's why we're here, Leos, to show others how to love. It's 24/7. Open 24/7 for love. There's none of this bullshit fucking thing. Well, it's a little late for love. I need to go to fucking hell. Pisces. Pisces. You're getting some Botticelli. Why not? It's right here. I felt it. You have anything to say about Pisces right now, Brian? I was going to say, like, I'm like, well, at least a bunch of shit got out of fucking the 12th. Saturn's still there, but at least there is Mars here now, and there's definitely a lot of good stuff here for Pisces, but they can't blow it still with Saturn in the 12th and use all this extremely amazing forward movement and energy to just still be restricted in some weird shit, I feel.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they need to start the things that are exciting in their environment and stick to what's fresh and what's growing in life, and don't backpedal into something toxic or slip in life. Like, just keep trucking forward and it's going to pay off.
Yep. All right. First card I got here is the Hangman. That's what we were just talking about. Wow. You know, see this as your challenge card here, there's 3 of Cups. That's definitely saying a lot. King of Cups, and you also did get, wow, the Star card reversed. So this is why are you feeling stuck? I don't know if you're stuck on somebody. Ooh, 8 of Wands reversed. Yeah, something didn't go the right direction. Something's not going the right direction, and it's making you feel stuck, and you know why, and I don't know. Or you're trying to go back to something right now in the last couple of weeks, or you've been going through something and the winds keep going the opposite direction and it's not resetting things. And more importantly, I think that, you know, I hate to say it, I don't like the 3 of Cups in a challenge position or reversed. You know why? It's always dealing with the fucktards at the party or the people you don't want to be associated with. So I feel like you're associated with somebody who's connected to people that are not good, or connected to even maybe somebody that's bad in your life. Sometimes that happens. Pisces can sometimes get caught up, like leaving their ex and then hooking up with their best friend. It's like weird. I feel like this is definitely you trying to reset your life, but you're feeling stuck, and the winds are going against you, and it has to deal with a shady individual, but maybe not like the worst shady, just like, you know, somebody that's not good for your life. Queen of Cups here. I feel like, you know, you need real support right now, emotional support. I don't think you're getting that. I think that you're feeling stuck with energy that's not giving you that. Yep. 6 of Cups in reverse. It's like, you know what? It's connected to the past old emotional energies for you. It's energy that's also not creating really anything that you would put in your memory bank. Like, you know, this is like, and you're just continuing to try. You're going against the wind. And I think that you need to go with the wind here. And that with the wind is actually where that King of Cups is sitting right now. And you got that King of Cups sitting here with a 6 of Swords reverse. So I don't know. You're afraid to go to the better part of the life. You're afraid to go on the journey to where you need to go. You're afraid to take the journey. Why is that? 2 of Cups reversed. Man, it's almost like you're afraid to make changes emotionally in your life, or you're afraid of letting one person down, but wanting to fulfill another. This also has to deal with your sex life. So what's going on with that? Wow, King of Swords. I feel like, you know what, you're really in your head right now. You could also be dealing with somebody who's not trying to emotionally connect with you, or somebody is like, maybe you're afraid because somebody's walking away that has been an opportunity because you've been wasting your time in the Hangman world, and that person might be telling you this week that they're walking away. I feel like somebody, and that's going to maybe activate you, but then you're still like, well, then you're going to settle. I think that you needing to be very quick on figuring out what you really want that's really emotionally and all around supportive, and you feel supportive and you feel like you can do that supportive energy that you want. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. What you really want, and that's got real value to it. So I feel like if you know and you're not putting energy towards that, and you're missing on this energy on this other side, you're going to lose somebody that you want. Like you're at that point. I'm feeling, this is a weird reading, but I'm feeling that Pisces, you're at a point to where you have an opportunity right now to not lose what could be good that will leave. the energy is moving so fast right now in the world that's how fast it's going to go down. And there is something that is definitely bogging you down, and that's definitely going against the wind. And I know that you're trying to constantly reset it, but you're also dealing with some weird social issues. That's why I'm bringing this up. That you're dealing with like a weird triangle of people and all that shit. And you got to get out of that so you don't miss out on the right opportunities here. Let's see what's going on in Camelot, which was very much that way, by the way. And you did get the Abbey, which is the first card in the deck, which is the place where it's time to find your interconnectedness. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who you're not really interconnected with. There's true serenity there, not temporary. And more importantly, it's got purpose behind it. So it's like, I think that energy that really doesn't have a purpose except for survival or just like basic needs is not where to be right now. When I counsel this Avalon Holy Grail deck here, you did get the letting go. I fucking told, I said in this line, I felt, oh man, you got to let go of somebody. Let go of something that's harboring you in the wrong space. Wow, and you got 9th. And then that opportunity, I said that you have another opportunity here that you could miss out on, but you have to have the faith, and you got to have the faith to let go and go to where the opportunity really is, because I feel like you're really out of time. And you know that it's got value, and you know it's emotionally supportive, but you're dealing with some sort of fucktard or fuckboy or somebody that really is just socially creating a social crisis for you and connected to something from the past that you don't want to be connected with. Your shadow is burnt by the fun, ambition, extension, and reach. You're too afraid to reach out. You're too afraid to have the ambition. Like, you're just like, I'm burnt out by the sun. Like, I don't want to. Stop doing this. Like, it's time to have ambition and reach for what you want to reach for and extend out to where you want to go. And this is on this opportunity line and this future line. I'll pull you a card with that too, if I can, because I just am like, what the fuck is going on here? Wow, 10 of Swords. Yeah, this is where you have to... At least I think you're finally coming to the point where you're done with something that is holding you back from actually reaching a higher place in your life. That pattern's ending, but will it be too late is the question. Understanding here. Yeah, I think this is an interesting card, because I think that where you're trying to have an understanding of is exactly where to go and what is coming into your vision here. You're so psychic, you know what's about to happen, so don't let the bad shit happen anymore. What is the Sacred Chakra Oracle deck here saying for you? Well, you did get expectations. I think that, you know what, you need to get rid of the expectations, and I think you're dealing with somebody who has expectations, or you're having expectations of somebody and they're not delivering, and that's not good. And I feel like, you're finally understanding that, but at the same time, I feel like you have an opportunity you're completely missing out on right now. Because you're expecting some bad thing to work out, and it's not working out. What's going on with these majors for you? I should probably put these cards closer to me and move all these fuckers away. All right. There we go. There we go. What's going on? You pulled the Hangman again. So, again, I'm telling you, like, oh, boy. You got to cut yourself down before you literally fall out and don't have anything. You're missing out on whether it's a person or good golden opportunities by hanging on to something that honestly is connected to your past, a really bad past. It's a social weird situation. The expectations are being met. They're expecting things out of you that you will not deliver, and then you're expecting them to change, but they won't deliver. You have to let it go. You know that. It's not a sacred place for you. It's not a safe place either. It's just like a lie of the serenity. So I think that you need to really pay attention to this right now. You did get Cancer here. You did get Saturn, and you did get the second house. Yeah, you know what? It's time for you to really go, am I really emotionally safe here? Am I really manifesting my emotions, or am I actually restricting them? This is a time for you to actually grow some self-worth and have the emotional capacity to be an adult and make some emotional decisions to get the better things in life instead of restricting them. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, Pisces, this is a big deal. You got Pluto in your 11th. It's finishing up there, and the sun's in Aries squared for the final time that we're ever going to see that in our lives. You've been dealing with toxic people for a long time. This is this major value check on your life to be like, no, you know what? I'm starting over. I deserve better. I'm worth more. And it's like you can't keep playing in that and to other people's games anymore. Like, this is where you kind of have to define your game and your magic and your psychic abilities and all the things in life that you want to create. You gotta step up to that value right now. And I think that you have to make the tweaks and changes, especially with Mercury in the North Node in your 3rd and squaring over to Saturn in your 12th. This is like the test for you almost of like, can you make a change to your environment? Can you communicate clearly about if you're getting value or not, if you're seeing it? I mean, you got to be honest with people, that, especially in relationships. This is a big like honesty check. Are you going to be honest about your self-worth and value and the direction of life you want to go? Or are you going to keep slipping into this like letting other people kind of guide the way for you, or obsessing over people that are taking you in way the wrong direction? And maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but like if they are, you better have that like talk with yourself about what your truth is about your self-worth and value, so that you can define a whole new life, because it can be magic. You're so lucky to have these 3 planets, Venus and even Mars now, in your Mars especially in your 1st house, but Venus, Neptune, Jupiter, like you're so lucky to have this in your identification and direction. You can pioneer a new life right now, but it got to be your truth. You can't focus on some group or some big like belief about what things can be. It's like, what's the fact of the matter of value? And you need to initiate the change for that, and it'll work out. You'll get the dream you want.
Yeah, and even if you've let go of toxic people, it's just as toxic to be stuck in where you're not advancing forward in anything and just being in your aloneness and sitting in your aloneness and not integrating into people, not integrating into society, and sitting in your own little weird place that you feel is serenity, but it's not.
100%.
Like, in being afraid that everything out there is toxic. Like, so even when you leave toxic energy, you're still sitting in toxic energy because you're thinking that everything new is going to be toxic. Like, this is the problem. Like, you feel like whatever choice you make here is going to be like going to end up toxic. So you just sit away, which is the obvious most toxic thing that a Pisces can do, and be alone in the deep waters of darkness alone. All right, let's move on to the next sign. I don't want to talk about Pisces anymore because I don't think that they're going to get it. Capricorn. I don't believe in Pisces anymore. I just don't. Oh. That was fucked up, but just being real.
It is what it is.
Savage. You know what? Like, I'm sick of that using my sensitivities. Like, okay, fucking, I'm done fucking hearing another Pisces cry over their own fucking shit when it's so simple. Oh. So easy. Missing out on all the golden opportunities. Capricorn, though, let's see what's going on. I'm using, why not? Let's go with some Edgar Allan Poe here, tarot, for you. Let's see if we can write a poetry story for Cappies. One more shuffle here. Oh, that felt good. You know what? It just feels good. That felt good, Capricorn. What's going on with you? Woo! Well, you did get that Queen of Cups in reversed here. Your challenge here is the Queen of Wands. A lot of queenies popping up here. You got a Page of Wands overall, and then you did get through this, the Moon card reversed. You got 2 moons in reverse. See that? Well, Queen of Cups reversed, the Moon reversed. I don't know why. I'm just feeling, Cappy, that you are feeling like you need more emotion. Or you're not providing emotion, but somebody's not thinking that you're providing emotion, while at the same time you feel like that you need to be the one getting provided emotion. And that's putting a lot of questions on with this Queen of Wands here, is like, what is this? Or are we still stable? Or what are we doing love? What's the big thing here? I don't know. I'm going to look. What's this Queen? Hermit. Oh, man. I definitely feel like that I think that this is like where it's a two-way street thing. You've got to come out emotionally more than other people do. I feel like you have to maybe be the bigger person and start showing that you're a Capricorn and a leader, that you know how to lead with showing more emotional support or bringing your emotions out. But it can feel like somebody else isn't feeling that too. That moon card reverse, that's the one that's getting me the most. That's suppressed emotions. And you got a 10 of cups reverse. So it's almost like you don't believe anymore emotionally, or you're too afraid to reveal that you want something beautiful, but nothing beautiful is fully happening the way you want to. It's like you want the fucking perfect life that we always want for love, but that's reversed. So it's like you're suppressing like the fear of whether that's marriage or taking a relationship to a new level, or even going into that if you're single, with that Queen of Wands there in the challenge too, which is the ultimate card for really standing in love. What's up with this Page of Wands though? 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's like you can't be wishy-washy, and you gotta, hey, say what you want. I feel like this is definitely a week where you're having to take initiation, and you're having to kind of say what you want, but not suppress your emotions, and not fucking also be feeling like somebody else is suppressing emotion. You got to lead the way. You got to communicate with what you need to communicate with, especially, I don't think that you are kind of rattling around too much, but you got an Ace of Pentacles in reverse there, and then you got this Hermit here with, oh wow, you did get the King of Cups in reverse. So you got the King and the Queen of Cups reversed. So, I mean, I definitely am feeling like you feel like you are not feeling emotionally supported. And that Hermit there, it feels all alone. Like it feels like you want to retreat to a cave and gather more info. And I think that's the problem. I think that you want things to like just shoot to the moon real quick to the most beautiful place. But I think that you got to start with the basics. The Page of Wands is like saying what you want. I think that you need to be more clear on what you want and activate more. You got the Empress there. You can have everything that you want. So it's just about doing the basic steps here of communicating what you want. The doorway is open, but you got to walk through it. And I think that other people need to know that. I don't think that you are being wishy-washy. And if you are being wishy-washy, it's not going to open the door. If you are being wishy-washy, it's the Tower reverse. It's like you're afraid of something coming down. Nothing's coming down. Nothing's going to break down. I feel like you're in, this is a lot of emotional fear that you are having to break through right now. And I think that at the same time, like, maybe when you are going through emotions right now, like you need to be more vulnerable, more open, even more crazy emotion than you are. I think you're capping yourself at a certain place. Cap. That's a joke. It's an old astrology joke of mine. Capricorn's capping emotion? Of course. You did get Merlin, so, you know, I mean, come on, it's time. The magic can happen, but you've got to know how it works. You got to step into magic. But more importantly, you got to be in that understanding how it works and knowing how to really step into your emotional life and communicating that magic. Like, I think that you can't expect magic to happen. You have to be Merlin and put yourself in the position of guiding the way with the magic. And I feel like I felt that. And it was weird because, you know, Merlin and I are really tight. And it was weird because it wasn't like through him, but I just instantly got the leadership thing. And it was like, oh, of course. Like, you got to lead the way. Merlin had to lead the way to get everybody together in Camelot. So it's like, come on. Like, I feel like that you are suppressing yourself from leading the way and being more open and saying the things you want. And if it's simple stuff like, oh, you find somebody attractive, like, let them know. Like, put it, like you can't keep suppressing something. I feel like you could be like, I don't know why you could be friends with somebody and you really want to say something to them and you're not. Or you could be in a relationship and you really want to say something and you're not. You could be dating somebody and you really want to say something and you're not. You got the protection card here. Maybe you're being too protective. I don't know. I think that this is not protection of like being afraid. I think that this is where, what are you trying to protect? I think that that's going to be the question. I think that we're going to find right here. What are you protecting? Oh, look at that. You're too afraid of the change and intimacy at the deepest level here. You're afraid of bringing out the most intense truth of a crazy transformation. Sometimes you just have to bring it out and then maybe it'll play its course differently, but it will eventually get there. I think having no expectations of how that change is going to come, but bringing the change up or bringing the communication up is going to be the big thing, and stop protecting it and holding it deep within yourself. Your shadow card that you pulled here is, you did get the ancient card here. So yeah, I think tapping into the ancient ways, the magical inheritance that you have, you're not. It's almost like, again, another leadership. You're wise. You got the Hermit that came up, remember? Like, you have all this wisdom. You have Merlin here. You have all these ancient wisdom cards here, bringing that out instead of suppressing it and guiding the way instead of acting naive and young and dumb and like, I don't know what to do. Like, that's bullshit. Like, you know that's bullshit. What's going on with Ganesh? you got to be candid, which I can't even be more candid with what I was saying. Like, you've got to be clear as day. You can't suppress the emotion. You can't hold the emotion back. You got to. Let's see what the sacral chakra oracle deck is here saying. What do we got here? Bam, look at that. You got energy exchange. Like, this is about, like I was just trying to bring up, having that deeper, look at that. I love how those seashells are pouring out the emotions on both sides equal and the rainbow's connecting them. It's time to have that energy exchange of being candid and being real and bringing it all out into the open. I think that's what, with Pluto there underneath that too, with the Hermit card that you got, all these ancient cards here, that Page of Wands, like, it's just like making the spark happen and then getting it going and making it happen and not being afraid of that and having that proper energy exchange instead of like denying it and continuing to have like a half-ass energy exchange. It's like full-blown now. And you did get the strength card. You're going to have, I know, you're going to have the strength, Capricorn, to be candid and speak your truth and speak what that energy exchange is and what that truth is and guide the way and lead the magic. You can't be fucking all scared no more, Cap. You're going to go play the Masters again, Tiger Woods, and fucking you can't go up there and start complaining about your back. You did get Gemini communication, you get 7th house, and you got Mercury. Time to communicate your truth in your relationships and be more stimulating to relationship matters by communicating and bringing up the more stimulation and saying what you want and stop fucking suppressing shit. Boom.
Back to you, Cappy. All right, Capricorn. Hey, you know, Caps get a lot of slack for like not being emotional. You have an Aries 4th house. Like, Capricorns actually lead with their emotion. They have to like bring that out. That they have powerful emotion, and when they use it, they reach high. So like, you really do want to bring that out. That sun's finishing up in your 4th. It's square Pluto, which is getting ready to finish up in your 1st. And like, you know, that's been a wild transformative ride of who you are, having that Pluto in Cap. So this is that final, like, you got to bring out your emotion, the transformation you've been through, your identification, and you want to speak it clearly, because Jupiter, Neptune, Mars, Venus, all in Pisces, your 3rd house. Like, it's about your communication. It's about your truth. It's about the magic that you want to create in your environment. And especially with Mercury in your 5th in Taurus and North Node and eclipses coming in your 5th and 11th, like, this is a big moment for you to really be honest about your love life, what makes you happy, how to bring out the courage. Like, you have to have that mental strength right now to realize that you can define your path, but you have to be emotional. You have to put your emotion out there, and you have to trust your emotions and feel them, and it's safe to feel them, and it's safe to go in the direction that's going to bring more good emotion with the right people. And then it's square Saturn in your 2nd house. So it's like a value check. Like, a lot of the emotion is getting brought up right now so that you can check your self-worth and make sure that's getting you the best of the best in life. And especially with like people in romance, it's such a time for you to step into your courage to have the romance you want because of the transformations you've been through. You get to like have a good time now. Like, it's like over. Like, so have a good time and speak your truth and make changes in your environment to get that. And it's all going to be good. And sun's coming into your 5th too. So it's really like you're coming into a really positive time of like finding your happiness and the love and the excitement in your life that you want. Don't blow it, and don't get all, you know, tripping about your self-worth or thinking you don't deserve it, because you do.
You do deserve it, Capricorn.
That's right.
But are you just gonna keep it all buried inside?
No.
Keep it buried inside, Capricorn. It is North Node Taurus. It is about the richness of love that's got to grow. Aquarius. And even if your dick's short and small, it can still grow, right?
Grower, not a shower.
All right, let's see what's going on with Aquas here. Even if those fucking curtains are large, they're in charge.
Oh my God, never heard that one before.
Woo! Yeah, we got to Aquarius and add some spice to things right now. Fucking, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get those Capricorns, you know, that sign that follows you, you know, where they get all fucking control and crazy and they don't like independence like you. I get it. Aquarius has to remember that they are the sign of trauma, believe it or not. Because after Kronos eats his own children and babies, of course we want to say, get the fuck out of here in Aquarius. That's how we process that trauma in Aquarius. A lot of people don't talk about that. People like look at trauma and like Scorpio or all these other places. I'm like, Aquarius, trauma? Yeah, I'm like, that's the Uranus shit. Like, what the fuck was that? They tried to eat my own fucking kids. Fucking shit, we get the fuck out of here. All right. Of course, the story goes much deeper than that with Uranus being banished. That's traumatic. All right. By your own fucking son? Wonder if Hunter Biden's going to do that to Joe Biden.
You might.
He might, right? But
Hunter Biden might come out of this squeaky clean.
We find out that Joe Biden's father is Zelensky.
Mr. Doctor.
An Aquarius. Fucking that motherfucker. Did you just see? I just showed
Dr.
Brian. That
Evil's an
motherfucker
Aquarius.
with live stream, drunk and fucking snorting yip at the fucking presidential fucking palace in the middle of a war. In the last 36 hours. We gave him $14 billion. That motherfucker's racking up all the vodka, racking up all that shit, and just drunk, and everybody's dying supposedly. Yeah, right. That guy's really a fucking military leader. All right, let's see what's going on, Aquarius. Strength card reversed. 2 of Pentacles reversed is your challenge. 8 of Cups in reversed. Knight of Wands are reversed. What's up with all these reversals here? You are terrified of, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that you're gun shy right now of going for things. You got Knight of Wands reversed, Strength card reversed. Definitely that's very Leo energy, and definitely, love energy, and that's definitely in reverse. And then you got this 8 of Cups in reversed. You can't just keep walking away and keeping your emotions on ice. This is definitely where you just can't always have an exit. And I think that's your issue, right? 2 of Pentacles reversed. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what my balance is and what's the right thing to do. Like, stop trying to find out what the right thing to do about your life is. You got to just, if love's there and you were attracted and you want it, you got to open up your energy here. You got a Page of Cups. You got to be more excited and friendly and fun. Page of Cups is very simple. Look at the offering of emotion and how fun it is and exciting. Knight of Wands came with that fucking reverse with the World card reverse. So it's almost like, you're too afraid to start the new story. You're too afraid to make the big changes in your life. And that's by leaping into love. So you got to get over this, like, I hate to say it, Aquarius, with 2 of Pentacles reversed. It's like you're trying to play like love like a fucking grandma's old like way of knitting. Like, just wait till it's 7 p.m. and Jeopardy's on. Fuck. Is that what your date's going to be? Page of Wands reverse. That's all funny. You're not speaking up more about what the hard stuff that you want. Stop being on the fabric of how things work. And every card here is so much like about love. Like, it's reversed. So it's like you're trying to lead by the opposite of that. Like friendship or, all these directions that are not working except like expressing your heart. I don't know. You're afraid to express your heart, but express it. Say it. Be like, I fucking find you hot. I fucking am attracted to you. You fucking make me fucking, you make my fucking, I mean, that's cheesy. You make my heart flutter. I would never use that one, but fucking, I don't know. Whatever Aquariuses are. Maybe in your alien language, instead of just like, you'd be like, oh shit.
Damn.
Wow, there's no whistling either. It's like,
That's hot.
oh shit, what's that noise? I'm like, okay, all right. What's up with that 8 of Cups reverse there? Yeah, the King of Cups reverse. Look you're pulling all the cards of you're terrified of fucking emotion, connection, and the full gauntlet. You're trying to keep things on ice, and the universe is saying, hey, just like show up and be fun and throw it out there. Fucking, oh wow, 6 of Cups reverse. Look at that. Wow, look at what's coming up with that fucking 3 of Pentacles. Stop trying to build things and fucking create it and move it to project energy, and stop trying to fucking be afraid of like spending quality, like intimate, beautiful time together and making memories. Like, I don't know, it almost feels like, I'm trying to find some hope in this reading anywhere, and I think that the only hope is, what else do you got except to throw it all out there on the table? Judgment reversed. Wow, yeah, that's like not right. Too afraid to rise to the calling. Maybe this week is a week that you're going to find out the issues of what is the fear of you rising to the calling of where you're feeling called to. I mean, it's not a bad reading if that's the end of the worst of it, but you did get the fairy. Look at that. I have not pulled this card in all the Deep Love Tarots yet. This is nature's magic. Look at that. It's playfulness. I mean, I was just talking, you need to fucking go out there and play. Go out there and fucking have magical fun. Stop being, I don't know why, it's like, I hate to say it, but it's like, it reminds me of just like some cold-hearted like business CEO of like Hewlett Packard woman. Like, what are you bringing to the meeting? Like, fuck, that's not fun. What's going on from Avalon Holy Grail deck here? Fucking, you did get the serpent, knowledge, healing. I mean, the serpent definitely is trying to come up, right? I feel like you're shedding also too, but you are coming up the vine here. I don't know. We're going to find out here from this deck here. What's the astrology saying here? Fucking Jupiter abundance. Jesus, you have this amazing moment here, but you're too afraid to capitalize on it. And so remembering the abundance, that serpent is being wise, right? It's being wise enough to go, you know what? I'm going to climb my way up here. It's knowledgeable, but it's like, it is the 23 card. I mean, like this is this fairy energy, this Jupiter, this serpent. It's like, go have fun and let your primal energy out and the abundance of that to attract what you want. This is about attraction. I'm going to be honest with you. This is about where we're not seeing the attractive energies coming out, because all these cards have to deal with sensuality to emotional depth to the strength to the leaping energy. So these are all the energies that attract people to other people, not keeping all that suppressed and keeping that so inside and focus too much on your life. Two of Wands or Two of Pentacles reversed in your challenge. Like, oh, well, I'm doing this and then I'm doing that. It's like, fucking, what's exciting about that? What's exciting about a Three of Pentacles in the future? Like, what are we going to make together? It's like, well, have we fucking expressed fucking like me spitting in your ear and bubbling that shit back in my mouth and fucking before we build something? Like, you want to go build something together? You know? Don't even know what it tastes like yet?
Oh my God.
Sounds like an arranged marriage to me. Well, you got the free will card. How funny. And that's your shadow. That you're not, I feel like your shadow here is this, you're not being your free spirit. You're not being that free will. It's like you're limiting yourself. It's like you're limiting yourself. That you're actually not in your sovereignty of love. You're not in that energy. Sure, you can be independent. We don't want that. And that's another 23 card. You got two 23 cards. I feel like this is definitely like, boom, Eight of Swords reverse. This is how you get out of your toxic shit and you get out of the fucking hole, is fucking being more free will, being more free spirited. But that also might be the shadow, right? Like maybe like you think you are like being independent, but you're being so independent that nobody wants to be with you because nobody knows if you're there or not. Ganesh pulled embrace. Look at that. Oh, you're going to have to embrace things. You're going to have to actually, you know what's the funniest is watching Aquarius's hug. You know what? This show over the years that I've been doing it over 3 years now. It's so funny because I just always come out with little things over all the years of my life being an astrologer, all the decades. And you know, it's like every Aquarius does not hug normal when you meet them. It's always like a half like energy hug, like, oh yeah, hi, how are you? You don't come up to an Aquarius and be like, give me a fucking hug. Fuck yeah. Like, no, you should see their eyeballs. I watch Aquarius eyeballs when they give a hug. They're looking up at the sky and shit. Where's my UFO? That's the problem. You're afraid of embracement. Like, come here. Let's see what, you know what? If there's any time to go into this sacral chakra oracle deck, this would be now. What is it pulling for your sacral energy here? Wow, orange. The sweet nectar that can come out of that juice once you... I was talking about that shit earlier, but I was just talking about swapping spit. Now we're talking about swapping fucking the sweet shit. It's ripe, it's juicy, it's that chakra energy, that definitely that orange, right? That sacral coming into that higher place and that grounded root energy. Like there's this need for you, I feel like, to express your embracement of your desires. It's almost like, it almost kind of feels like, it almost feels like somebody who hasn't fully let it out in so long. Like you haven't let out a good scream in a long time. Like, have you ever noticed anybody when you have sex with them and they don't know how to fully express themselves? Maybe I'm talking to myself here.
No, you're not.
And they don't know how to express themselves. Like I grunt. I'm a lion, so when I come, it's like fucking. You hear the lion fucking and roar and shit. But I always feel it's weird when like somebody's just like, Like, they just don't know how to like release it. That's your issue right now.
Yeah, you got to surrender to the nectar.
Let the nectar take over and let your natural self take over. What do you for your major here? The Fool reversed. Wow. Are you going to be a dumbass this week and not juice the fucking juice? You need to juice the juice. Don't know what to say. You got to be a fairy out there, and you got to, you know, and you know what? That fairy, look at her. She's fucking being seductive and fucking like, come play. Oh. Well, you got Leo here, you got fifth house, and you got Saturn. Wow, you're restricting yourself with the ultimate love story, or you're ready to fucking mount up. Ready to mount up on that fucking high horse of love or not. This is your big choice. You either adult, hashtag adulting. It's time to learn to embrace and to express happiness and love and juice, or be a dry fucking orange peel that will end up in the trash. Back to you.
Aquarius, you gotta get the juice loose, man. Don't regulate the juice, you know. All right, Aquarius, it's definitely a juicy time for sensuality. That came up in that reading. You think about all the water in your second house, Pisces, and Mars is there, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter. This is like, you have to let the juices loose. Like, that's a very sensual house. That is like touch, feel, oh gosh, oh yes, you need it and you want it, and that's where the magic's at. Literally gonna open things up, but you have to know your self-worth right now. You can't hide behind, you know, the curtain of whatever spaceship you're in. Like, I get it, I have a moon in Aquarius. The spaceship's cool, but you gotta come out of that. Let all the good feelings come. Let the touch come. And I think, honestly, Aquarius, you need to hug somebody for real. That was a good point that he brought up. Like,
yeah, and squirt it out.
And squeeze the juice out of them. Because you also are coming into a sun in the fourth house. So it's like, it's an emotional time. You're about to have eclipses coming in the fourth house. Like, you need to express your emotion. You need to communicate. Also, with the sun finishing up in Aries, square Pluto in your 12th house of Capricorn. Like, this is a big time of like getting out of past cycles that keep you feeling disconnected or in your subconscious or trying to control things. Like, let go, let the juice out, express yourself fully. I think Mercury, even from your fourth house, like trying to understand your emotions, it's going to square Saturn at the end of the week. Like, the only way to understand your emotion is to actually express them and feel them and just let it out. I think you're blocking yourself from so much right now. So you have to put it out there to get that in return. If you don't give, you won't receive. So if you want emotion, you want tenderness and connection, stop being cold and go let it all out. And you'll feel a lot better.
You got to squeeze that fucking and squirt. And it should be, that fucking shit should be squirting on the ceilings. The orange juice.
Oh my God. Yes.
But I'm serious. Like, fucking, it should be like you're literally, you love UFOs and you love blasting off. Well, try fucking squirting your fucking cum so hard in your expression that's the ultimate blast off in your fucking soul of all time.
You should be trying to squirt on the UFO.
and it should fucking fry it out so you never get to go on that UFO again. Fucking just squirt everywhere. Taurus. Should be like, if they're not dripping and they are like, fuck, like, oh my, I'm dripping in your shit. Wow. Not be afraid of dripping in sweat. It's sweaty. Taurus just woke up. Oh, I'm here. Yeah, we were talking about getting sweaty. All right, Taurus. I'm gonna use the black and gold deck with you. Black and tan. Can I get a little black and tan going? Oh, Tauruses. Sun in Taurus' sign. It's going to be birthday this week for Tauruses. Queenie's birthday. Hitler's birthday.
Ooh.
Oh, there's some great people. Oh, my God.
420. What a day to be born.
Oh, zero Taurus. What a wonderful sign to be. Oh, and Tucker Carlson's a Taurus too. I know all the lefties like, oh my God. It's like, there's a girl like Megan Fox. Okay. Jay Leno.
Taurus.
Okay. Don't think I've ever seen Jay with a hot date.
Nope, just hot cars.
Yeah. Is that going to be you, Taurus?
Just alone with your stuff.
Alone with your stuff or your little boy toy that you sadistically seduced into fucking a blood ceremony that literally you talked about? Let's see, Taurus, what's going on? You got an 8 of Pentacles up here. Your challenge. Let's get those off there. Let's get those. Those aren't diamonds, by the way. They're cubic zirconians, Taurus. Yeah, look at that. 2 of Cups in reverse is your challenge. 9 of Wands here in reverse is your overall. And a Page of Wands in reverse. You are totally cut off. You are in work mode and you are just, oh my God. I just told Aquarius to let the juice loose, but like, you need to take down your walls. Like, I don't think that you have like issues with letting the juice loose. I think that you have issues of just letting the juice fucking be around. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like it's not an expression issue. I think that you're just like feeling like, I don't know, you're putting stuff that you already know how to do so well and continue to keep doing them more important than the things that you really want in your life. And you're waiting for others to kind of do things, but then you're not showing up to others. Others are showing up with offers or talking or trying to make things happen, and then you don't follow through. You're like on the 0 follow through right now. Wow, your happiness is like you alone working. That's not sexy, I'm sorry to say. Wow, that's all you're putting your energy towards? I hope not. I hope that this is saying that you're ready to move into the energy and realize that maybe the greatest thing in life that you could build and keep working and building towards the things that you're talented with in your life is the ultimate love story and to leap towards it. So I'm going to look at it as the positive way. The Leo King is being nice right now, but let's not lie. You're probably putting the same amount of energy you put into love into work or just eating chips. So, why? Look at the universe is saying, take down the walls. 9 of Wands reverse. What did it come with? 6 of Pentacles. So we've been pulling the 6 of Cups reverse a lot. Like, again, I don't know. There's memories in the past that didn't work out good. Just shut up whenever that. Oh, look at that devil. You are so fearful of somebody who did bad shit to you that you can't fucking get over that, and you got to get over that. 3 of Pentacles, and you feel like you're the option instead of the main thing. Well, you know what? You are an option. You know why? Because you don't ever show up as the main dish. You show up like the salad. Everybody's looking for the main dish afterwards.
Looking for that beef.
Worse, you don't even show up as the salad. You show up as the fucking bread roll with no butter. So you know what? You get cheated on by people dipping the roll in other people's shit, the gravy. So you're expecting a lot and you're not doing anything. Fucking, like, I don't know what to say. Like, there's no main course. The issue here is the main course. You're not giving away the main course. You're not showing up for the main course. You're showing up for the salad party, and then you're late to the salad party, and then you're on your phone during the salad. Wow. And you pulled the moon card. So yeah, it's like you're needing to let your emotions out. It's like you need to come out. You need to bring all this stuff up. You need to go on the journey of where your emotions want to go, and you can't stay in there anymore, and you can't keep leaping towards just like being alone and working on bullshit that honestly you've done a million times. Like the Eight of Pentacles is a great card if we're going to talk about work and shit like that, but just gonna be real with you, this is love reading. Like, you're boring. You're just focused on your talents and skills and your work, and you're putting your work in between all this shit, and I don't know. It's like, I don't know. You think you'll find the glorious life there, but nobody can find you. It's kind of like Geppetto. Like, the reason why Geppetto had Pinocchio and wished for a real boy is because Geppetto was a virgin. Never had sex. I was waiting for an audience just to go, oh, fuck. Oh, how's my Geppettos doing here in Camelot? Well, you did pull fucking Ariana Hood, which she does have that owl. She's ready to go on her life direction. There's this karma coming in fate, so it's a fated moment here. Is your life direction just going to be work, or can you have work and your family fantasy life and still be able to do your work and then go out and fucking have the time of your life and love? That's the big question here. Or maybe that's a better way to put it for you this week. You pulled the dragon, power, strength. Yeah, it's time to strengthen up here. I don't know why you're afraid of connection or even sex. This is fear of sex. Or fear of, like, I need it to be my soulmate. Well, like, you don't even show up if the soulmate's there. What's going on, Taurus? Wow, there's your card. There's the love card, too. Wow, this came out with it, too. What came out? Oh, North Node. It's your purpose. We're going to start seeing Venus starting aligning with these nodes, too, this North Node. I feel like this is your moment this week. Are you going to finally pick the path of bringing love into your life, or are you just going to continue to work and continue to focus on work and continue to focus on work and continue to fucking block yourself and to continue fucking... Like, you need to have that dragon, that power, and that strength and go towards... love in your life, and go to that the life direction can have work and have love. I feel like you're too afraid to involve multiple things. Like, you're so one directional right now, and Uranus is teaching you to be all directional in your sign. What's going on here with your shadow? Let's see. Well, your beliefs. Oh, I don't believe it'll work out good. I believe that the past is just going to keep going. And you know what? Your shadow is that you have rules that are holding you back from what you want. Like, you're playing like a fucking choir girl here. Like, here's Pope, here is your fucking crown. And then, like, she's getting a call and a text, and she's like, I can't talk. I met the Pope. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody else. The Pope only wants me to talk to him. And they're breeding you to be a nun? Oh, it's what they told me. Yeah, right. So, I'll pull a fucking card with that. I feel like, oh man, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, Empress reversed. Yeah, you are just, why are you not fucking, you are this sensual goddess that can create and manifest everything. You have all these stupid rules and beliefs that are blocking you, especially this devil fucking card that came with the Six of Cups reversed, bad memories. Hey, we pick bad people to learn to not go. So take your walls down. Don't pick the same type of fucktard. Like, it's not the same person. Like, open your fucking doors here. Block City. You got enlightenment, so at least you're having the big epiphany. Let's see what the sacral chakra oracle deck is here going to tell you here. You got, wow, triggers. You are triggered as fuck. I think that you are at look at that, barren straits. There's no leaves. The trigger here is that you are You don't want to be triggered by the truth. You're like avoiding the truth of enlightenment. You don't want the enlightenment. You don't want to see what's really going on. You don't want to see yourself. So you're avoiding energy and avoiding love because it's making you see where you're at. That's deep. In barren straits that you're choosing, and you think that you have a lot of nutrients going, but you have zero. So, you get the moon card reversed. Yeah, you're definitely suppressing all your emotions, and that's the big trigger, is that you're not enlightening your life. You could be enlightening through love, but no, you're instead of this enlightenment of look at this mandala and all this lotus energy and all this fucking great pineal, like third eye, beautiful, connecting with the universe, you're fucking doing this instead, like, this is me. Blocking. Hope you can change that. I'm going to pull you one card. What is this going to change for Taurus? No. 5 of Pentacles. You're going to keep playing the victim. And I hope this birthday you learn that you're not a victim and you could have everything you want. But maybe the universe will teach you to be the ultimate victim where you miss out on everything because you really were playing victim over small stuff, but you'll really feel like the victim when you finally miss out on the best things that you could have. 9th house beliefs, Pisces, Ceres. You need to stop constructing and building these fucking psycho beliefs that you can't have what you want and creating these fantasies where you just live in them in your virtual reality of what you want, but you're too afraid to integrate in reality. Back to you.
100%. You have the sun finishing up right now, square Pluto in your 9th house. Like, you have to shift your beliefs. You have to transform them. Because if not, they're going to keep you in these subconscious like cycles, and you need to break out of that. And you're about to come into your birthday, so happy birthday, Taurus. But your North Node in your sign, eclipses in your sign. There's a lot of direction that you have to define for yourself right now. You gotta like be willing to like open up the doors and stop restricting yourself. So you got these walls up about rules and beliefs. Let them go and just like let love into your life. Love doesn't need rules. It just needs passion. It just needs a direction. It just needs like go for it energy. So if you're not getting the go for it energy, like, why not? I think it's important to look at people in your life with all the Pisces 11th house stuff. Like, don't isolate yourself from people. Go get out into the world. Don't put up all these walls. And if you're putting work over love, I get it. Saturn's in your 10th house and you're committed right now to work, but you got to balance things out too. If you're just going to overcommit, you're going to isolate yourself and you're not going to find the beautiful new love story that can show up in your life, or understanding exactly what you want from beautiful relationships. I don't know. Mercury's also in your 1st house and it's making good aspects to Venus this week. They're like chasing each other down in a sextile. Mercury's separating, but there's still like have talks about where ultimately you want to see things go in a new direction, or where you want to see things evolve, or where you want to see things be reinvented in your life. Like, talk about those things. Instead of going backwards or feeling like you're slipping, like you're not slipping, you just have to like change the story of your life right now and let things down, and you'll grow everything that you want, and you can have people join you, and you can start new things, and you can accomplish all the things you want. But like, don't put love just completely on the back burner, or your emotion on the back burner. Like, bring it out and you'll have a much better birthday, and people will want to be around you, and they'll give you the value you deserve. And you're a fucking filet mignon, not a salad. So treat your relationships as such. Make sure that, you're getting the steak and you are the steak. You know what I'm saying?
Literally. I mean, you're a fucking cow. But, I think that's the whole thing is like, you are the steak and the salad and the banquet and the whole banquet hall and the table and the chairs and the whole beautiful thing. And you're just sitting there like in the fucking back of a fucking warehouse in storage with a fucking weird ass fucking tarp over it, collecting dust, going, no, not time. Somebody sat on me wrong, so everybody will sit on me wrong. You're an idiot. Happy birthday. That's your birthday gift. You're an idiot. You're wasting your life. Uranus is in your sign trying to disrupt you. Don't shoot the disruptor.
Your life
Virgo.
is disrupted right now. All that in your 11th house, it's meant to be disrupted so that you change.
I'm a moon in Taurus. I care about Tauruses the most, and I'm just like, I am disgusted at Taurus now. I'm just like, geez, I don't even know if I want my moon in Taurus anymore, the way that Tauruses are acting. Virgo. I don't even know if I want my moon there anymore. Exalted. Fuck.
Loves his moon too.
Like shit. What the fuck? All right. Virgos. Virgo. I heard all the Virgos go,
Fuck.
is he going to go off on me? You know what, Virgo? We're going to give you fucking Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Oh, I'm going to give you these beautiful. Look at it. Louis Vuitton cards. No, joke.
The old touch-tone tarot.
The old touch-tone tarot.
Very deceiving.
They look all bling, but really, it's the most boring deck in the fucking decks of decks. You know, I feel like who would own Touchtone Tarot? Like, I feel like, you know who would own it? Besides me. You know, I bought this thing up north.
Who?
In Hella, NorCal.
Hella.
I feel like an old lady lesbian judge who doesn't have a partner, who's old and retired and lives alone in the wilderness would own this deck. Is that what you're going to be, Virgo? That is the question.
It's a very hermity deck.
I mean, you know what? Virgos will align with, at least this deck is very precise. The shuffling, the way that it shuffles, the card stock's nice. Like, it's just such an easy deck to shuffle. That's why I like it. But gosh, the people on it, I wouldn't fuck one person. Maybe there's one chick I'd fuck in the deck, but everybody else would be like, nope. Like, everybody looks at it in this dimension, like they're all in like Virgo land that's not having fun and too critical and too like, I don't think I'm gonna, no, it's gotta be this way. That's not organic. That's not the right fucking vacuum. That's not the right hair fucking dryer. Like, you fucking did it too hot on that. You grunted too loud. Like, oh my God, shit. But Virgos I know aren't like that. I'm just triggering you because it's time for you with the best relationship transits to do something. All right, you pulled the Eight of Cups in reverse as your first card here. You pulled the Eight of Swords as your challenge. Uh-oh, that's what I was picking up on. That's exactly what I was picking up on. You pulled your overall as the Five of Cups. What is going on here? I'm telling Four of Cups. I'm telling you, I'm not bullshitting you, Virgo. Like, I'm not trying to trigger you. Like, I felt something coming through that was very barren and not fun. I just did. And I'm going to start with that Eight of Swords first. Like, this is where you're trapped in your head and you feel trapped and you don't know what you're doing in love and you don't know what to do next. You got a Five of Cups where you're just like sorrow in the future. You got a Four of Cups underneath this where it's like, well, I'm just going to look at it. I'm not going to do it. And look at, do you think this guy's fucking, he's always like, he's the guy who's like, I don't know. I'm not going to do anything in life. I'm just going to sit here. I try to look like I'm Rembrandt or somebody who's done something significant, but really I'm just a guy who just tries to look the part, but I really am not doing shit. And you got an Eight of Cups here in reverse, right? It's like too afraid to walk away from something, or you're trying to walk back into something from the past. Death card reverse. You're trying to resurrect something, or you have a person that you're trying to leave, but you're too afraid to leave, or you don't know how to leave, or you're trying to resurrect something. You're literally trying to resurrect the dead. I actually like, this is my favorite card in the deck, because at least their death card's fucking real. Like, I love this card. You know why? Because the death card's like, fuck yeah, it's my time to take this motherfucking soul. Bye-bye. And they're, no. And he's like, yeah, it's my time. But you got that reversed. No. Can't let go of something. Can't walk away from something. We're trying to resurrect. You're trying to resurrect something. We're trying to have a, reconciliation. What's up with that Five of Cups? 10 of Pentacles. I think that you're just trying to find, I don't know. This is so weird. I'm already on a weird trip with Virgo at the moment here, just because this is just getting kind of odd. I feel like you're at a place to where you really want to find a place to feel secure, safe, have everything that you want, money, like a safe home. But like, I don't know, you have this sorrow here. You got the Touchstone Tarot card itself, which is, I'm sorry to say, like I said, there she is. Like, I feel like I need one more card. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're too afraid of actually what it would be. You know what it is? You are afraid to actually, like, if it really were to show up in your life of what you want, you wouldn't go. Like, so it's like you're trying to get to what you want, but the block is that you are not fully 100 on actually if it was real and ready to go, or you heard from the person that you want to hear from the way, you wouldn't do it. You would be like, no, I got to still wait, all right? Or you're doing everything opposite of what you're trying to have, right? So if you're like trying to get married, but like you're moving in with your best friend, probably not going to happen. It's like simple shit. Virgo is very simple. You got to watch your actual like reactions in your world. You're like, I'm going to like live with my parents. Well, we got a 10 of Pentacles here, so it definitely deals with home shit. So you're trying to manifest something other than what your home life is right now. Queen of Swords in reversed. Wow. Well, that shows that you have no idea where you're going or what you're doing. And to be honest with you, a lot of it is I think you're way overthinking and you're way too much sitting in ponderland and looking at it and not doing anything about it. And you got a Queen of Cups. You think that you can resurrect something and feel good? But I think that you're at a place to where, I mean, you have to resurrect yourself first of like feeling comfortable within yourself and the life that you want to be and be willing to go on the journey that you want to go. What's your overall that shit? Fucking Page of Wands. You need to learn to be the fun one again. You need to learn to be the positive one again. I think that you are that. I just think that you have to like show up that way and also be more open to showing that, because the Page of Wands offers love, right? From the King. So it's like, I'm getting and I'm channeling that you need to actually be communicative, like little things. Like if you're moving in with your parents and you're fucking like trying to date somebody, that's coming up in their head. You need to be clear on that. Like, hey, I know I'm moving in with my parents, but that's just only if like this doesn't work out and I want to be with you. Like, oh, okay. I think that you just need to find clarity. Because that Queen of Swords reversed is not being clear on the stuff that needs to be clear. And you're wondering why shit's not working. It's like you are not clear on the specifics. And you expect that from others, but you're not being clear yourself. That's what I'm getting. What's going on in Camelot world for these Virgos? Lancelot. Well, Lancelot's Mr. Chivalry here. And you know what? He's Mr. Love, fucking devotion, and let's go, and the heroism. You need to pull that out. I feel like, you need to be somebody who's ready to fucking show up. Like Lancelot is the one who created chivalry, literally. And that is where chivalry comes from, is Lancelot, the story of Lancelot, in real life too. So I think that you're at a place to where it's like, you got to show your devotion. You got to show where you want to go. I feel like that's your problem right now, is that you're too afraid to show that. You're expecting others to do that, but you aren't doing it yourself. So you got the Serpent. I'm pulling another one with that too. And letting go. Wow, that's fucking weird. What? And that fell out fucking what? Like eagle? Connection to the angelic realm? Like, I feel like you're afraid to fly. And I feel like at the same time, you know what to do. But this letting go, I think you're letting go of holding yourself back, being clear on what you really want. Like, like let go of what's holding that back to set yourself to fly. I feel like you're almost being too, I don't know how I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it on the nicest way I can, the way that I'm reading this deck. You're being a hypocrite. You're expecting other people to do what you want to do, but you're not doing it yourself. I just said it. And this has nothing to do with Virgos I know or anything like that. I'm purely just going off this shit. I know some Virgos might be like, fuck you. My mom's a Virgo. My brother's a Virgo. Like, you know what I mean? Saturn, truth card here. I'm sorry to say, you're dealing with the fucking hardcore shit of growing up and needing to do the truth. And I don't know how to tell you any different, like, of how to be love, like express love and be love. I feel like that's a problem for you, though, because you're not thinking about all the little things, and you're not. The Page of Wands has a whole list of what's going to be good and beneficial for love. Like, I will love you every night. The king's going to give you all the money, too, to have this. The king's going to make sure that you have people to take care of you for this. The king is going to take you out on a fucking date on the horses and go on the fucking boat and do it. Like, you're not doing that. That's your issue. You're not showing your offerings. You're expecting everybody to show their offerings, and you're not exposing anything that has value to show your own. That's your Saturn truth. Your shadow... Fuck. Your cards don't even want to stay on. Resurrection, look at that. There's that you're trying to have some sort of comeback, but you're actually not doing the comeback. That's so weird. It's like you're trying to have a resurrection. You feel confident that you could resurrect something, but you can't even resurrect yourself. You're trying to find the reprisal. You're trying to find a comeback. You're trying to find a recovery from things, but you're not recovering yourself. You're still living in the life that's opposite of the life that you want. You got a spiritual quest, so, it's time to go on your true spiritual quest. I feel like you're going away from your spiritual quest. I almost feel like, when it comes to love, at least, like, you got to integrate both of it. I think that, I don't know, what's the sacral chakra oracle going to tell us here with this? Wow, creation. I feel like it's time for you to remember the creative spirit you have and the flow and the universal connection with creation that you have, and be open to the spiritual quest and where things go. Instead, I feel like you're more on like a quest of like the specific way it should be, and creative energy is not being afraid to create a kid, not being able to create love. Like this is like getting over your fears of the spiritual quest of the creativity and the love and the creation of things. Like, you can't be afraid to create things. You're trying to almost like limit yourself, I feel, here. And it's time to get over that limitation. What's going on with the majors here? Tower card. This week, it's all coming down to finally bring you to a humble place of truth. That you got a Saturn card with that fucking. Whenever I see Saturn and the Tower card together, and I fucking see all this shit, and then here's Lancelot trying to save today. Like, you're gonna save yourself basically, and you're gonna realize that I know that you're trying to resurrect a lot, or you're too afraid to let go of something or end something that needs to end. But it's all coming down of why your whole love life's not working this week, and you just got to accept that and be positive about that and take the best of it, and remember to show your offerings instead of you looking for the offerings outside of yourself all the time. I'll pull you one last card here, and you did get the Ace of Wands. It's a whole new story of how you got to access your love, and it's a whole new way, and it's also not being afraid to lead with love instead of lead with all the other things first. Interesting. You did get in the Astro... You got Moon, Aquarius, 12th house. Wow, yeah, your subconscious emotions that are not connecting are so far away that people can't feel them. So you have to learn how to bring your emotions from behind the curtain, no matter how weird they are. And you got to bring those cold emotions out from behind the curtain and out from behind, like, or they're not understandable because they're so weird and you don't bring them out. You got to... This is all about bringing it all out instead of, I don't know how to say this, but it's almost like you're being too, you're playing with the smallest amount of your creative and powerful energy. You got to bring all that creative energy out, and it's going to probably tear down the life that you're trying to build right now to get you to the life that you really want. Back to you.
Yeah, Virgo, it really is like, you can't be scared of love right now. With the sun finishing up in Aries, square Pluto in your fifth, and this is the final time you're going to see that particular square. And you've had Pluto in the fifth for a long time. This is that final, like, I'm transforming my life to accept more love, to not be so strict. It's like you can be so strict on your love, like you got to open that up. You have the best transits for relationships right now. Your 8th house, your 5th house, your 7th house, they're stacked. David teaches that in his schools. It's the glue, it's the relationships, it's the people, the balance, the alignment, and the love. And you're in a perfect point to create all of that into your life right now. And even change the whole story, because that's Taurus, your 9th house, where the North Node is, and Mercury North Node. Sun's coming into your 9th house. Like, you have to be willing to make a change in your love story, in who you connect with, in the emotional bonds, the passion, and like stop restricting it. Or you're just going to be like suppressed, and you're going to feel guilty that you didn't take advantage of this time to let in that pure energy that you do want. And Saturn's even in your 6th house in Aquarius. It's going to square that. It's square the nodes, but square Mercury too. Like, the biggest thing you don't want to do right now is let go of your routine and some schedule, but you actually need to take the authority back in your life to create a better schedule that actually welcomes in love and welcomes in people. Because with that 7th house, with Mars there, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter, like, you don't even know. You've never even felt love in a relationship with another person, or had that come in before until now. But if you're not open to it and you're just going to block it and suppress it, you're going to miss out. So you don't want to miss out right now. Change the routine, change things up, and broaden your horizons. You need to broaden everything right now and stop being so particular. And you'll be good.
Yes. I have nothing left to say after that reading. We're getting down to the bottom here. Libras. After Libras, we're on the last 4. So we're on the last 5. We still got Gemini. I know we got Aries. We got, I think, Scorpios and Sag. All right. Let's see what's going on, Libra. Libras. Libras just had that full moon. I called it the comeback time for Libras. Let's see if they are coming back or they're just going to stay in their fucking weird place.
Comeback time.
They already should have had their comeback. So, let's see. Let's shuffle for this one. I feel Libras need this. All right. Wow, you got the Lovers upright. You got the Magician card reversed. You got the Hierophant. Oh, man, you almost got a whole fucking full fucking deck there. Just fucking majors. But you did get a lot of majors here. I mean, look at this. This is about the Lovers. But man, this might sound crazy, but I don't know. Either A, you're fucking around with somebody you know isn't your ultimate love. I feel like somebody else got this reading, but it's like, Pisces. I feel like you're torn because I feel like you're with, this might sound crazy with that Magician card reversed and then this Hierophant, like, you know that you've committed to the wrong place in a weird way. I don't know. I'm getting this. There's a couple stories here, but I'm trying to blend them for whether you're single or married or not, or fucking. It's fucking very simple though. The ultimate love's there, but you're kind of in the wrong place. So you're definitely, or you're not connecting sexually, or you're not having the good sex life there. You're also too afraid to really build the magic of what you want. So it's like a deep fear of having the real love story here. So you're playing with what's easy. You're playing with what's easy, and you're playing with what you believe that this will work, and it's not working. Wow, you got 2 of Wands here, that Lover's card. So I feel like, you know exactly what you want, but you're not there. Yeah, and it's like, there's you are, ready to go make the offering of what you want, but I think that you're afraid of the other person. Is the other person trying to... Ooh. You're afraid because the other person's so happy that you don't want to make them unhappy, even though you're not happy. We're talking about the person that you're playing with, that you actually are thinking, and you believed at one point that you could make this magic with them, but you can't. And you want to go somewhere else, but you're like, They're happy though. And it's like, why are you so afraid of doing that? Oh, you're too afraid to be sovereign and independent of what you want. You're too afraid to express your beliefs. You're too afraid to really, say, fuck, this is what I like what I want. I feel like you're trapped here. Seven of Swords reversed. I think that you've had a lot of misunderstandings about this situation, and that's okay. But I feel like this golden situation, what's up with that? Ace of Pentacles, you're too afraid to fucking go into it. The golden one, I feel like you're playing with the fake one, and you're playing on their happiness and not your own. You're just looking for any sign to get out. Oh, man. Libra, why are you in such a topsy-turvy place? You're like playing around right now. And you have to go to what you really want here. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. You're at a big test this week, Libra, because if you're going to be shoveling and doing the work, you better be getting in return what you want back. But I feel like you're not doing that. So it's like, throw the shovel to what you're not. I don't know. I'm picking up too, there's this weird energy about intimacy and connection or sexual displeasure or not giving your sex up or not attraction with what you're playing with, and fucking where that really is where you want to play with, you're not even revealing, or you're kind of revealing but not enough. It's like you're trying to hint, but then you're too afraid to hint for somebody else to find out. I know I sound crazy. Oh God, you are stuck. You are stuck in a fucking hard spot here. What the fuck, man? Shit. I'm gonna try and get you out of this, Libra. Damn. Sacred Union, oh, I knew it. You got all three cards of Sacred Union. Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the Sacred Union card. Man, you got a big fucking choice on what's the real thing here. Oh my God, you know what decision to make. Why have you not executed it? That's the big fucking question I have right now for Libras. What the fuck? The butterfly? Oh my gosh, it's time to get out of your cocoon and fucking go to the beautiful place where you're actually fucking attracted to, and stop playing. My guides keep saying you're playing. It's like, you're playing with the wrong thing, but you want to go play with the right thing. It's time to fly into the beauty that you want and stop fucking being in the cocoon and hanging out with the caterpillar. Oh my God. Oh my Pluto. This is you having to, you're too afraid of how intense the transformation is going to be of the story for you. You're too afraid also, even if, let's say that's not your story, and your story is like putting up walls sexually or something, or attracting energy. You're too afraid of what it's like to bring something in to be beautiful and have that sacred union change. It's almost like you're terrified of the real love story, and you're just playing with the false love stories. It's like you're trying to it's like you're playing in VR, like trying to play it out with somebody else. But hopefully that, once you already know this won't work, and then it'll work with the other person, but the other person's not going to be there. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm going to pull you one card to prove that right now. One card to prove. Is the other person going to be there? Three of Pentacles. Nope. There's going to be, look at that. They're going to find somebody else. Third person. Nope. They'll be gone. Don't be an idiot. Or you're playing, you're just playing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. Ooh, you got the prey card here? It's your shadow fucking stalked. The problem here is that you're not being stalked or watched. I feel like you're fucking stalking and watching the person you want to be with. That's your shadow. You're jealous because you want to be there, but you're not. And I think that your shadow is you're also dealing with the person that you're playing with, the weird situation that you're not connecting with. They're like obsessed with you, but you're not obsessed with them, and then you're fucking looking all the way over here, and then this Three of Pentacles, I knew it. You're in some weird fucking shit. Weird. Weird. What the fuck is that? capacity to love. Do you have the capacity to truly love? That's why you play until you feel like you have the capacity to love. It's time to open up to the capacity to love. It's a 734, the highest 7 that you can get fucking with the numbers here. If I get a numerology for people, like, so you got to go to your spiritual capacity and stop playing around. What does the sacral chakra fucking oracle deck say? Oh, expression. Yeah, you are not fully expressing fucking your capacity to love, and that's your fucking issue. You're doing this. Look at you. This is you. Instead, be that. And instead, open up that capacity, because you got the ultimate love story here, but you're lying to yourself. You're hiding weird shit fucking deep inside that you won't, like, nobody knows it's a lie. That's the irony. It'll be a lie one day, unless it's not going to be a lie, where you're just like going to be honest and be like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was just playing with you. I really got to go where I need to go. Wow. And you got this expression, the fierceness to fucking have the capacity to love of what you really want. Because I think your issue here is that you actually tried with the play thing, but then you're like, oh, fuck that. I don't know. That shit is not attractive. Damn, Libra. You always keep me on my toes as an astrologer, but as a tarot reader, I never know. And then I'm always like, shit. Chariot reverse. You're too afraid to go where you want to go. Yep. And you're going to miss out if you don't make your move. Eclipses are coming in the 8th house. You really want to have a baby with the wrong person? Mars. Wow, 8th house. Capricorn. Oh my God, yeah. It's time for you to be fucking exalted, Mars, and take the action to where you really want to go of your deep spiritual, sexual needs and destiny, or get trapped in a place where you can't express yourself and you're going to have to fake. You can fake an orgasm better than anybody. Libra can. Back to you.
Can't fake this transformation that's coming up, Libra. But it's good. It's like you are ready to take the next level. It's like you're graduating a lot in your life. You can understand that. You can like accept that changes are happening. You can't necessarily control the situations other than getting out of situations that you're not happy with. That reading was like stuck in a really bad situation. Why? Like, why? Like, you define, make a decision for yourself right now about the best relationships. Sun's finishing up in your relationship house of Aries. It just had a full moon in your sign, square Pluto in your 4th. Like, you got to like rebuild your foundation and know that like transformation's coming, and it's going to have the best merger energy possible for you. And I think you got to make big changes in your reality with that stacked 6th house of Pisces. So like, you're in a huge transformation, a huge day-to-day life shift. And it's probably like you staying in a situation that you're overly emotionally attached to that isn't even good for you any longer, or you know that situation has run its course, but you gotta like accept transformation right now, or you're gonna feel powerless and stuck. And like David said, you don't want to be having a baby right now with somebody you don't want to be with. Like,
fuck no. Don't
pour the glue on something you don't want to be in. Like, pour the glue on the top-notch best value for you. And make the changes in your life to have that. Like, don't do that to yourself. You'll be miserable. And you don't need to be miserable. You just have to accept that everything's changing. And that's okay. And let it happen. And accept it and move on.
Stop having your hole be squirted in, or be squirting by holes that you don't want being squirted around. Can I make it any more clear for you, Libra, Gemini? Can I make it any more clear than that?
No, you cannot. Just because no one else answered.
Stop letting the squirt fucking go down your hole, and stop squirting in holes that you don't want to be squirting it.
You won't be happy.
Fuck no. I don't even know how you have the energy to even fucking accept the squirt or to give the squirt to a place that doesn't make you happy. I can't even fake my own squirt. Like, you know what I mean? I can't even I won't squirt.
Can any guy?
Huh?
Can any guy fake a squirt?
Oh yeah, guys can squirt just over fucking seeing a cartoon.
But is it fake?
Well, I don't know. There's some weirdos out there. Steen, you know? So
Libra's got to get the juice loose too.
Bill Clinton, like fucking come on, like, you know, fuck. All right, what's going on, Gemini? We are using the Vampress. You got the Five of Swords up here. You got the Temperance in reverse as your challenge. We got the King of Cups in reversed, and we got the Ace of Pentacles. Well, I feel like you're ready for a new story and to actually work, but don't be picking the unnatural ones. I feel like anything can manifest for you right now, but that Temperance reversed is things are not natural, or you might be forcing, that Five of Swords there is forcing an unnatural situation to go through. And then you're not going to be emotionally happy at all and not be comfortable at all. And I think that maybe that's what you've already done too. So this could be either A, you're about to do a Gemini, or the other twin of yours is doing that right now and about to. Yeah, I feel like that you're trying to find your self-worth and just trying to feel like I can create whatever I want. You know what? You're doing the whole, I can manifest whatever the fuck I want, motherfucker. And I'm telling you, you need to be careful because this is some fake shit. Temperance reverse in the challenge, that's fake. It's like a completely fake thing, but you're just willing to have whatever. It's like almost like, I just want to do it just to do it. And I feel like you just got to, oh my God, Five of Pentacles reverse. Like, I get it that you've been victimized, but that doesn't mean that you go create fake shit, okay? Or that you've come out of it. Like, you need to pick like the ultimate shit here. Four of Wands in reversed here. This is definitely something that I almost feel like you're you might have been hitched lately, or you're trying to get in a relationship, or you're doing something fucking really weird here. You're like trying to like live out somebody else through somebody else. Oh yeah, Four of Cups. Yep. God, it feels like the outcome here is really bad if you choose the fake road. I almost feel like you're trying to make something that you know is definitely fake real. So much so that you're fucking willing to push everything, and you're actually making signs up. This might sound crazy, but you're making signs up. Like, well, I got texted at 2:23. It was almost 2:22, but it was like, you know, was in the air at that moment. Oh my God. What's up with that Four of Cups? Ooh, Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. I feel like, again, it's going to take you to such a bad outcome that it'll literally feel like death. Not happy, not fucking an adventure of happiness, feeling like you're being sucked dry and that you're just feeling like empty and that you're not creating anything. And this is about you getting out of the victim role anyway, and you stop being victimized by yourself by choosing fake shit, by choosing something that's not natural. Wow, yeah, you need to think clearly, and you actually know what you want, but it's like you're going for the opposite. It's very weird. Or you're just way too confident about something that's super fake. Last card. Four of Swords. I think that you're just looking for a place to settle down, but that doesn't mean you just settle down anywhere. What's going on in Camelot? JFK there eating his blue pills. You got Lady of the Lake. It's time for you to step out and remember the goddess you are and the mystery that you are and fucking step out. 17. and honestly step into a place that you're actually gonna like really move forward into creating a much more better life by actually going into the mystery of what's divine and true. It's like you're afraid to go into the real truth. I almost feel like you're afraid of, it's almost like you're trying to prove something, and you don't need to prove something. You prove something by holding the truth here. So I don't know whether it's trying to get, I don't know why. It's like trying to get back at somebody or trying to fucking just prove to yourself something. What's up with the fake person? I just want to ask one more card here. 9 of Cups. It's a fake feeling of fulfillment through them, but they don't ever fully fulfill you because you have to be fulfilled within themselves. They're not fulfilled within themselves, and you're willing to take it on. And it's like, that's the problem. You pulled the Swan, which is transformation and trusting your psychic gifts here. You need to trust your psychic gifts, but not create your own false psychic gifts here. That was my warning before that card came out. So the natural flow, not your own psychic gift that you're creating. You have the Moon card. This is definitely some really fucking... You need to emotionally process the real feelings here and see the reaction to your feelings right now. Are you creating this false sense of things? Because everything of the outcome is horrible. Like the worst it could be. The worst of what you're going through right now. And what you're trying to do right now. And what you've currently been doing. So, you know. I don't know why you're too afraid to go into the magic and the mystery that you know you want. What's up with that? I just want to get a little clarity on that. Oh, you're too afraid of actually having the life you want, and you're too afraid of actually having the safe and serenity in the beautiful place. I don't know. You could be coming up with, especially because you are a Gemini, it could be age difference, or it could be fucking that you'll actually be treasured, but you're too afraid to be treasured. It feels like you're like too afraid to actually step into the real beautiful place. And you take, I don't know. This is a control thing. Like this 5 of Swords, like you're trying to fucking turn this person into a vampire. Like, you know, like, oh man. You're turning something that's so fake and trying to turn it on. Wow, you know what? That's your problem, is you're being too courteous to the fucking big bad wolf. Like you're fucking trying to be, your shadow is that you're allowing something that's so horrible that you're giving it thoughtfulness and polite. You're being polite to the fucking enemy. You're being polite to what's not good. Oh man, fuck man. I hate readings like this because, like, look at even Ganesh is saying you need to fucking have some better insight into this. Even ask somebody besides myself here right now, because I feel like you're going through something that is just fucking crazy here. That's like, this is where Gemini gets the term crazy. Like, not because you're wild crazy, because you're crazy enough to do some fake bullshit and call it real. What's the sacral chakra say? Oh, you have way too many expectations. You need to drop all your expectations. I feel like you're blocking the real shit because you have expectations that are just unreasonable, but you're taking the person that's fake because they meet those expectations, but they're fake. That's fucking deep. Or that's probably not deep enough for you. Hierophant. You need to look at your beliefs. That's your fucked up place with Saturn anyways right now. Especially squaring all this 12th house shit, and you're about to go into 12th. I'm going to pull my astrologer out here. Yo. Let's not lie, Gemini. You're about to come into the craziest 12th house transit of your life. Okay? 19 years ago when these eclipses came into Taurus, wasn't that bad. There was no Uranus there. Now Uranus is there. So are you really fucking in your psychosis right now?
They didn't even get an eclipse 19 years ago. It was in Aries.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm talking about, like, I guess the sorrow cycle that we're in now, coming in wherever. But I guess that is kind of interesting. So
it's wild.
Yeah, you haven't been through this then.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, and I think that you have to really look at your beliefs, that you've created an expectation belief bullshit system that is going to provide you the most false sense of truth. So it's like whatever you think shouldn't happen is probably what should, and the things that you think that you should happen is what shouldn't. That is fucking crazy. I know, but you got Sag here, you got 11th house, and you've got Saturn. Wow, yeah, you really need to like, your beliefs in the way that the world is off, and I think that you need to recalibrate, and I think that you also need to maybe start looking at the beliefs about people that you cut off, or that the beliefs, like, I don't know, your beliefs are so fucked up right now that I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Gemini is about to go into the craziest transit of everybody. So I'm just warning you to stop making fake shit. Stop trying to force fake shit, or stop trying to avoid shit that's fake too when you really want something that's beautiful. It's like the real thing you want that's beautiful you're avoiding, and then the fake shit you're going towards. That's the best I'm going to give you. I'm not going to give you anything more.
Just coming up on 12th house eclipses, like that's 12th, 6th house. Those are, astrologers are like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, we are not
Like,
happy when this show up.
That's hard. I just went through it as a Capricorn with the eclipses last year. It's not like peachy. So it's really hard, and especially this one because you didn't even get it 19 years ago. Like that's why it's unique to all of us, but especially 12th house, like you're about to get rocked by God pretty much if you don't listen to the signs. And I think that does go into love life, and that does go into relationships. Like, where is God giving you signs right now? You need to pay attention about all your beliefs, especially with Saturn over there squaring these. Like, something's got to change, something's got to give, something's ending, and it's okay to like accept the new. God's going to open everything up. You have a gift right now with Jupiter, Neptune, Venus, Mars in your 10th house. You have a gift that's trying to take you to your destiny. But it's going to be about changing your beliefs, and it's going to be about listening to every sign and synchronicity that shows up, and you can't just force your way necessarily through it. You have to really pay attention to what the universe is showing you right now. If you don't, you're going to be in a really weird place. And this Pluto in your 8th house of Capricorn getting this final square as the sun's about to ingress into your 12th, but it's in your 11th right now. Definitely deals with people. It definitely deals with connection and deep emotional attachments to situations that are probably not a part of this great destiny that you do have. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but you have to listen to those signs in your own life. It'll take you so high, so far, and you can accomplish so much, but you're going to have to pay really close attention to all the little intricacies of your emotions, your subconscious, and where patterns in your life need to dissolve. And beliefs too.
Gemini's turned into Sages, and I'm sorry to say you're not a Sag. You're trying to act like you know it all, you know the best route, and so everything that you are, with that Hierophant that showed up there too, with Saturn squaring from the 9th to the 12th to the 6th, with Pluto in the 8th, it's like everything that you think and believe that is wrong is probably right, and everything that is right that you think is probably wrong. I know that sounds crazy because as a Gemini, you're supposed to look at the logic and the excitement and the curiosity and the craziness instead of this holier than now, you know the best. And for you, it's like, what have you chucked out from your past that's really good? That's the crazy part, is Geminis chuck out things that are good all the time. And you get to go back to the junkyard and be like, your problem is that you look at old junk as junk when maybe you threw out your fucking, it's like the people looking for their crypto wallets, you know, that they fucking threw out and they're fucking willing to pay the fucking, you know, the fucking landfill owner fucking like $10 million if it's found. That's you. But you're like, no, because it was there, let me just try and find it in something else, some other weird direction. And I know the belief. And like, you're about to go through your past and what you fucked up and what you fuck up with and what all good solid diamonds you fuck up. That's a hard transit.
It's a lot of karma.
So, you know, good luck.
You'll get through it.
Scorpio. I'm like, good luck. I don't know what to tell Geminis. See you on the other side in a year and a half. Fucking have fun. Yeah, I hope that your Pope time goes real well, and then you have no followers and you're by yourself alone with something fake. All right. Scorpio. Well, Scorpio's love story is definitely the love story of all time. If they're going to do it, I don't know. We've got this bet going. One of our, I don't even consider this person a viewer, a fan, a friend, but they hit me up this week. They're like, hey, I saw you got some bet against Scorpio. I'm going to make sure that ain't happening. And I was like, that's what I like to hear.
That's what's up. That's what Scorpios need to do right now.
This is their ultimate love fucking journey. They better not fuck this one up.
Seriously. Love, happiness, romance, it does not get better.
I know. It's like Scorpio's going to hesitate on love, keep pushing it to another day, another week, another month, another year. Fucking, oh my God. What'd you get, Scorpio? Page of Pentacles reversed. Whoa, you got Two of Cups here, but it's up in the challenge position. Empress, Eight of Wands reversed. Well, I mean, you know what? You keep waiting for an invitation of like something substantive. You don't feel like the winds are going your way, but the truth is you're not showing up. Two of Cups in your challenge position. And the Empress here, she knows how to create and build. Like, look at how attractive she is. She knows how to bring everything to her. She doesn't move anywhere. Your issue is that you're waiting for energy to come to you, but you're not energetically like putting it out there. It's almost like you're hesitant. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Oh, again, I mean, these are great cards, but it also is like Page of Pentacles reversed with Nine of Pentacles. I just feel like that's so weird. It's like here you are, like, you know, I think you don't have an issue with your self-worth and knowing how great you are. I think that you have an issue of like knowing how to communicate what you want. I think that that's a lot of what's going on right now. Wow, you got an Empress card with a Queen of Wands. I don't know if anybody can have a better thing, but here's that challenge here with that Two of Cups, that ultimate deep connection energy. And you know what? You need to believe. You need to open up. You need to go. You need to go. It's like a journey. I mean, you might need to take a journey. You might need to fucking, it's going to feel like it's a journey. And I think you keep waiting on the winds to be right. I'm sorry to say, the winds are primed. It's just you keep looking at every little fucking factor like, oh no. It's like, you know, when you don't want to go somewhere or something, you're like, oh man, I remember when I was going to the military, I was like, oh shit, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, can you hold the plane? No, we can't hold the plane. Okay, fuck, I gotta get on this plane. I gotta go to boot camp. You know, I feel like this is a big journey for you to go on. I feel like you just are like, yep, there's this conflict that you're too afraid of things not going right. Well, I'm sorry to say, it's not that things go right or wrong. It's how you deal with things when they come, and they're going to come at different angles, and it's how they all find a way to get along, and that can be fun. But that Page of Pentacles reverses, you're expecting somebody to have complicated issues figured out for you when they don't even know what to figure out because you're not presenting them. So you're holding that deep inside, and I don't know, it's time for you to take a journey. You got this Empress and this Queen of Wands. This is manifesting the ultimate happiness of your life. Oh, Tower, are you really going to fuck this one up, man? Oh, shit. That's fucking fucked. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, wow, look at that. That's the card that comes right out. I feel like you're at like this is the week of Scorpio. You come right to the line. Fuck, I'm going to fuck this up. I'm ready to do it, but and then you actually fucking do. How's that going to happen? Oh, Knight of Wands reversed. It's almost going to be like you realize if you don't take the leap that you don't have any other option, and where are you going to leap towards? You're going to look at your life and be like, am I really going to leap towards this person? Am I really going to leap towards that person? Am I really going to leap towards, what are my options here? I have the ultimate option. What am I doing? Camelot, you got King Arthur. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, it is the card of authenticity and power, but, use this power wisely. Don't choose the wrong person who's going to fucking really not be with you. And I feel like it's the energy that's been around you for a long time. That's what happened with Arthur. It was the energy that was around him. I feel like this is where, like, in many ways, you could be going through a moment where you're ready to get out of this energy where you have more power and you're not going to be around the energy that keeps fucking you over all the time, which could be yourself all the way to the person that the type that you're always with, or a person that you've tried again with, Ugh, I don't know. I'm not in a bad place, Scorpio. I'm just like, there's a lot. This serpent keeps popping out. This deck fucking dropped again. Okay. I mean, that's definitely you. Yes, I know we're healing. We know that you've got the knowledge, but you've still got to keep the serpent fucking going. You got to keep having the desires that you want, keep going in the place that you want to go in life. I think it's tough because I think that you feel like you're healing something, but at the same time you have the knowledge and know-how of how to heal this and move through that. Actually, the healing is through the leap and the love and the connection, not through disconnection and staying disconnected and staying in a weird place. This is also dealing with your inner shadow, like desire demon, that you got to get under control and have it find the right energy to connect with instead of like have it spaz out or block it out. Like that inner raptor, you got to like learn how to deal with. Look at that. You got that water element sensing. Your intuition's telling you to do the leap. So don't fuck yourself up and stop paying attention to, well, when's the right moment? The right moment is leaping, and you're afraid of leaping and going on the adventure, and you're blocking the ultimate fucking deep fucking connection that feels so similar to you. It should feel like, wow. It's like, why would you block what feels so aligned with you and so similar? I mean, fear? Well, I think it's a lot more than that. I think that you're afraid of having good things. It's almost like you like the trauma story. And I think that this is you getting over the trauma stories in your life. Let's see what's going on here with your shadow. Resurrection. I mean, I think you're too afraid to resurrect yourself and show up to life and show up in the game and be the comeback kid of the ultimate fucking passion in your life. I don't know what to tell you. You got concentration. Well, I think it's definitely a time for you to take seriously, but I think, with concentration, it's like concentrate on doing it instead of concentrate on if you should do it. Concentrate on where that connection is that you feel the most and go for it. Don't be sitting there fucking in hesitation and waiting for something to come. And because nobody even knows, you're not doing the energy of attracting what you want either. That's what that Page of Pentacles is. Because sure, you made it to the Knight of Pentacles. You know your value. And then you're like kind of like the little kid. Like, I'm a hot girl. Like, it's almost like a pageant girl. Like, you're so hot. It's like you were a pageant girl. Like, that's cool. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Unless the creepos at the fucking pageant shows. So it's like Page of Pentacles is like I should have everybody talking to me. It's like nobody's going to talk to you unless you fucking put out there that you want to be talked to. What's going on with your sacral chakra energy here from the Sacral Chakra Oracle deck? Well, you did get the law of attraction, so it's time to attract what you want in. I mean, and I feel like it's already been attracted into you. Concentrate on what's been attracted to you. Not hard. But I don't know, you're freaked out for some reason. Empress reversed. You're too afraid to embody it. You're too afraid to have it. I love this card because it's such a beautiful card too. It's like, it is, maybe you're afraid to have a baby. You're afraid to have that energy of like support. I don't know. You're afraid of having all that you want. It's almost like you don't believe that's possible in a weird way. Here. Boom, new life. I knew it. It's like, you're afraid of the new life. Pisces, third house, Pluto. Yeah, you're overreacting to trying to figure out all these little things when you just need to let go of all the little things and go with the flow and let your mind just like enjoy the fucking magic and communicate your sensitivities and communicate what you want from your soul instead of trying to use your mind to be the soul. It's like, no, I think that you're having a moment here to stop blocking like by your mind, and more importantly, like you're too obsessed with how the outcome's going to be to figure that out before enjoying the beauty of it. Back to you.
Yeah, I really like that last part. Like, you're done with Aries pretty much. This is the final, tomorrow's the final day of Aries season. Then we come into Taurus. So your 6th house is getting the sun out of it. It's square Pluto in your 3rd house. It's been a very cerebral time. And that's where a lot of the transformation is, because you actually do have the understanding. You actually do have like the fact of the matter and what changes need to be made in your reality so that you can have this great love story come into your life. Mars is now in your 5th house with Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, whatever else is there. Everything's there. No, not everything, but there's 4 planets. I think I missed one there. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune. So it's all about this love story. It's all about you finding your creative self-actualization and what you can create in life right now. And guess what? The North Node's in your 7th house. It's with a partner. It's with alignment. Like, you have to align yourself and find balance about what you think you have all figured out and what someone else has too, and like use someone else's resources, which is great for a Scorpio because you're here to merge and use resources and share that with someone. And this is like the ultimate love story of how that could happen for you. You got to get out of your head. I think you figured it out, make the changes, you'll get what you need. And, you know, I think it's also at this point of like realizing like who you want to build a home with. Like, I like that Empress card a lot because you have Mercury and the North Node square Saturn in your 4th house. Like, and then the 5th house energy, like, if you don't want to have a baby with someone, maybe that's not like the full thing. Like, if you don't want to have a baby, that's your own personal choice. But like, that's kind of the energy. Like, if you don't want to fully commit emotionally and like have that family energy with who you're with, that ain't it. That's holding back the creative love and the romance that can really be there. So you have to like look at like the little things and then change them. And then you can open up so many things right now. You do not want to hold yourself back from love, happiness, joy, and really expressing yourself fully and creatively. This is once in a lifetime. So do that and enjoy yourself and stop restricting yourself with some sense of rules or how things need to look. Like, make a change so that you can get the alignment you want.
5th house is also babies. Stop fucking it up.
Oh, nice throw.
So I actually believe as a Leo, and it goes against woke nation, that true love means fuck yeah, let's fucking, if that happens, it happens. It's so much love. So that's what the ancients do, but we live in Woketopia now.
Gotta procreate. So,
Huh?
Gotta procreate. That's a part of life too.
Aries and then Sag is last. Aries, last two. Aries and Sag. Should I use this deck? Fuck it, please. I never have used this deck in this reading. Forgot even the name of this deck. Oh yeah, it's the Art Nuevo.
Look at that, Aries. You get some fresh deck.
I mean, yeah. I mean, happy birthday to those late Aries. And fuck. What are you gonna make here, Aries? It's time to make it. Stop acting like, no, I can wait. South on the 8th. I gotta wait till my investment comes through of my life. Sorry. Time to create now. God has come down from heaven, Aries, and said that you must create now. But I invested in crypto. I'm waiting for my return. Go create it now. But, go create it now. No.
You shall wait in eternity.
I need to keep investing in this area that I'm going to wait for the return. I already have returned. Oh, I was supposed to wait for your return? You didn't know that? You were dead.
Smited.
All right, Aries, let's see what's going on with you. You got a lot going on in your chart. Especially these eclipses is about building the fucking good life and the world that you want, but you think you're afraid of that. You're living in Woketopia, 11th house. Well, I should live how the world says to be. You got the 9 of Pentacles reversed. You got the 7 of Wands upright as your challenge. You got the 5 of Cups reversed as your overall. And you got the 9 of Cups. Fuck. I think that, you know what, overall, I'm feeling like there's nothing to have sorrow for. There's a lot of positive things here. I think that you know you can't do things alone. And maybe you're trying to prove something too much. Because 9 of Pentacles reversed is always trying to prove something. I can be my independent self. I can create. And the Judgment card's there. Boom. I feel like this is definitely where it's like, you know what? This is about the calling. And this is a love reading. You feel like there's a calling to do spiritual work with. Are you missing that calling? To try and do something else or be with somebody who's not in that same energy? Because that 7 of Wands there is like too afraid to take the high ground and to take the valor of a really amazing position. It's almost like, no, I'm going to go focus on my work, or I got to go focus on some 9 of Pentacles independent thing. It's reversed here with the Judgment being like, hey, whenever God calls, and it was funny because right before I fucking did the Judgment of God call, the Judgment card comes out. So this is time to rise up. And it feels like a rise up moment here. And I feel like this is a time where there's nothing going to go bad. You got 5 of Cups reversed. You got 9 of Cups here getting you through. But that 7 of Wands, you got to take that high ground, that high position. What's going on with that? Oh my God. 6 of Wands, you got victory. This is a victorious moment. But I feel like, are you going to miss out on the calling? That's where it's all coming to. 5 of Swords reversed, yeah, it's not going to feel like you're going to have to try too hard. Like, it's like the past energies of the past, like bad emotional stuff is gone. So when you cleared out the past and things that haven't worked out and you're ready to step to the calling into what feels like a victory and feels like happiness and love, and don't fuck this one up, shit. Wow, you even got the 8 of Wands. It's like the arrows of love are going you in the direction that God's pointing you towards, but your stubborn self trying to prove something or prove your work or prove your worth in some other way is halting you from that. What's going on with that overall? So you're not having to try too hard. I mean, there's really nothing going on here. Like, all it's telling me is that you don't need to try too hard and you don't need to worry about fucking sorrow anymore. So what the fuck's going on here? Oh, there we go. 5 of Wands here. Well... Or is that 3? That's 3 of Wands. It's like, go on the journey. Go on the adventure that you want to go on. That is a 3, huh? That is. Well, I was going to say, 5 of Wands is a lot more fucking straddled around than other people. God, this is a new journey opening up for you, or the journey that you were meant to be on, and the ultimate victory. 7 of Cups reversed. Yeah, not looking around at a bunch of people. It's like being focused on the ultimate prize. I don't even have to pull any more cards. That's fucking great. What's going on in Camelot for Les Aries? You got Merlin. It's time to make the ultimate magic in your life. So the calling is here from God. It's time to make the magic. It's time to fucking make that fucking magic, that alchemy happen, and that stand in that truth and stand in that. It's like that. I like how with Merlin it's perfection, because there's that perfected magic that I think you've perfected, but I feel like you're getting distracted on other areas. You're forgetting about the magic, or you're forgetting about the spiritual mission, or aligning with somebody spiritual. Like, stop trying to align with somebody not spiritual, or stop trying to avoid spiritual love right now. Like, oh, I got other things to do, like fucking work at Walmart that I hate. Fucking stupid. Nothing against working there, but like, if you don't like working there, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to prove something in some other way. 9 of Pentacles reversed, like, oh, I need to prove my independence, I need to prove my worth. The Frog. Cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. I think you've done that. I think that it's time to leap now on to the new lily pads in life. Like that's where I'm feeling because I got so much saying that all that's passed. You've cleared all that house. And you can't also be in that place where it's like, well, I'm cleaning house all the time. You're already done cleaning house. It's time to take position. Mount up. Find your position. South Node. Oh man, this is. I feel like this frog energy of cleaning house. This is your illusion. This is like you feel like I'm still paying a debt that has to be paid back, or I have to still be dealing with the debt I was thrown with. It's like no, let go. I think that for you, you're too focused on the delusional side of things, which of course. Just this card in general is just dealing with, getting caught up in what's your comforts all the time or whatever is comfortable for you now. But honestly, it's not working. That's the whole funny thing of the South Node. It feels comfortable, it feels easy, but it's not working. So it's like there's a big victory for you in another direction. And I think you're terrified of that. Like, well, wow, there's going to be a whole new journey, a whole new place to go. I'll put one more card on this side here. Oh, wow. Ace of Cups. Fuck, I'm telling you, your outcome here is over the top. You'd be an idiot by missing out and fucking being in your delusion of being a frog. I'm not going to leap anymore. You're not going to clean out. Supernatural, that's what your fear is. Your fear of like the otherworldly and miraculous and the inexplainable, crazy, amazing fucking world that your whole life is going to go towards the ultimate emotional new door and the fucking ultimate adventure in your life. You're not going to have to fucking try hard and fucking you're not going to have any fucking sorrow. So you have zero excuses, but you're too afraid of the miraculous fucking changes in your life and the supernatural energies to come through right now for you in your life. I'll pick you a card with that. Fucking boom. Ace of Swords reverse. You're in your head too much. You're fucking, again, trying to analyze life and trying to play the fucking game and analytical. And don't be an idiot. Spiritual quest. That one's popped up for a lot of people. But I feel like these people all need it. Like, it's about your spiritual quest, and I think it's about embodying everything in your spiritual quest, including love. If you're trying to say that you need to be on your spiritual quest and I need to be away from love or something, like, you're an idiot, too, there. It's all of it. It's all of it. What's going on with your sacral chakra oracle here? Well, you got the sexuality card. So, everybody probably wishes that, but it's like kind of the question though, right? Like black or white, the in-between, it's a little bit, is that a boy or a girl? I think that, your spiritual quest is being like this judgment card and everything is like, where are your distractions from like, no, this is what I want. This is the power. This is what I want to connect with deeply. This is what I want. And not sitting in this in-between space. You're sitting in an in-between space that you need to get out of. And activate the sexual energy of what you are and what you really define yourself as, whatever that is, and go for what you really want. That's a spiritual quest here. Your spiritual quest is sexuality? That's not a bad quest. That's not a bad quest to have at all, unless you're terrified of that shit and I don't know. It smells like rotten eggs down there and there's cobwebs. You got the hermit. Time to use your wisdom and go where Spirit's calling you to go spiritually on the quest that's being called upon you in the arrows of love and the magic instead of your own. The only card that literally has been fucked up through this whole entire fucking thing has been your own self-worth proving and independence. So, I've looked at all these other signs like Scorpio and all that. You know who's going to fuck up the greatest shit in the world? Aries, if you fuck this one up. like, you know what I mean? Like, based off the tarot, like, you fuck this shit up, you're fucking stupid. Like, wow. You got the second house, you got Neptune, and you got Aries. Again, you have to reevaluate what you call your values right now. Are you valuing, like I said, I don't know why I'm getting it. It's like, are you valuing some piece of shit thing like money or some piece of shit thing that like what you think your future is going to be? Is that going to even be there? Look at the world's about to fucking go to craziness in the next 6 months. We're going to have shortages. You really think that you're going in the right direction right now? Like reevaluate your values, your ultimate value of what you really want and stop denying yourself of that or creating some weird story about that. Back to you.
Yeah, there really is a trumpet call from God going on for you right now, Aries, and especially with your ruling planet Mars now joining that 12th house Pisces that you got going on. It's like there's something really magical, but there's also a lot of delusion right now, and it could be over-identification with things that you are way too emotionally attached to that aren't part of a bigger purpose. Like, you really got to trust the signs, you got to go with the flow, but you got to also build something. You're here to create. So where God's telling you to create right now, create that. Is it love? Probably. Like David said, like, love is part of it. It's the whole, everything combined. So yeah, like career, job, whatever it is, that's great. But what about love? Is love valuable? I think you need to like have a value check as you're getting ready to have eclipses in your second house and eighth house. It's not all about the investment. It's about putting your physical energy into something that's actually like sustainable and real, and not just a fairy tale. You got to like also come back into reality a little bit here too. And Mercury's trying to get you locked down on your values and what that is and your self-worth. And if you have your self-worth, you don't have to prove nothing. So that's another part of it too. You don't have to prove shit to the world. You just have to know within yourself that God's guiding you to the best things in life right now, and be willing to start those things and close off all the toxic stuff that's keeping you in repetitive loops or keeping you in some kind of situation of feeling like you need something outside of yourself to show you that you're worth it, that you're worthy of something beautiful. Like, you just have to know you're worthy of it, and it'll be attracted to you and you'll connect to it fully. But otherwise you'll isolate yourself and get into a really strange place. A lot of anxiety can be coming up for Aries, like, and that's going to come up if you're not trusting the signs and following where God's taking you. And it really comes back to your self-worth. Just know your self-worth and you'll be fine.
Yeah, especially South Node Scorpio. It's like, again, the outside. Like, this outside thing will fulfill me when the stuff that you can create right now will fulfill you. If you have to wait for the investment, like, it could be something from you invested in a project to you invested in school. Like, well, until I get my degree, until I get the return on my investment, that's the road, that's the illusion. Last one, Sag. I'm gonna use this deck again.
Saggy. That was a good deck. That was a good reading. Fuck, that was a good reading.
Well, you know, I've had this deck for probably, I don't know, I have so many fucking decks, I don't even use them.
That's true.
Like,
you got more tarot decks than a metaphysical shop.
I have more decks than a metaphysical shop. It's weird. And I'm like looking at all of the. I'm always just looking at and this isn't even all my cards. Like, I'm just like,
no, there's a drawer over here full of them.
I'm just like, and I just like have ones like this. People probably like, I love that deck. That's my deck. And it's like, I've never used it before. It's been sitting here brand new, and I just don't even use them. Fuck. All right, what's going on, Sag, with you as we move into the sixth house? It could be a very boring house. I think Sag has got to deal with reality. They love escaping right now to find some place, but be careful when that escape goes. The first card that you got here is, hey, did get the Knight of Cups upright. You did get the Ace of Cups as your challenge. You got the Eight of Wands there as your overall, and you did get the Two of Wands in reversed. So, you know, it's telling you to move forward more emotionally instead of being timid. Like, I feel like it's also getting out of emotionally kind of stuck, or at least things have been flowing. Keep them flowing. But this Ace of Cups here is your challenge. I feel like it's like, I don't know. It's like there's a doorway that you're pondering on or you're questioning, because I got an Eight of Wands here that's flowing in the direction to go towards. But it's like the white dove's there trying to open up. God's trying to open up this deeper emotional door. But I think that you're having problems. You don't know exactly what the world is that you want. So it's like, it's kind of a weird thing. Like, you're ready for anything. But I think that it's about time to define things. Yeah, Four of Pentacles reversed. I think that, you know, you're not attached to anything right now of outcomes. So I think that's a positive place for you to be. You did get the Emperor reversed. You need to define things because you can't use this good energy though and not define things and just be like, I'm just going to go with the flow fully. It's like, yeah, no, you're going with the flow, but the flow is starting to go, we needed to define things. 10 of Cups. Yeah, it's time to focus on family. Start to focus on the ultimate love story and avoid that. I almost feel like, why is Sag avoiding the ultimate love story here? Temperance reversed. That's too real. That's too real. That's the ultimate flow. So I almost feel like you're in the flow, but you want to control the flow, and that's the fucking weird part. You can't just stay in full open flow. Like it's open flow of the spirit where it's asking for you to define things of where this is all going to go. Yeah, you got the Magician card. So I feel like, it's time to make magic happen. And I feel like you're almost like afraid to make the magic happen. And you kind of want to be in a place where it's like, I like being in the place where it's like, I'm open and free, but I don't want to have to define things just yet. You're not going to get any celebration, no. And whatever that you are so open for, which is probably South Node Scorpio shit, like, oh yeah, well I'm having fun with my friends. We're going out. We're going on vacations. We're going to a show. We're going. It's still not fully fulfilling. Last one. Oh, 6 of Wands. Yeah. So, no victory when you don't aim for the ultimate and you don't try and define where this is all going. So you need to have, there's at least definition. I'm not saying that you need to, it's got to be end all be all, like we're doing this for the rest of our life, but at least needs to have a direction, an understanding of a mission, understand the Emperor knows what he's doing, and I feel when you get that reversed, you just can't sit in like everything's all, you can't sit in Burning Man land, you got the Tour here. This is definitely a great card. I feel like because it's like, look at where he can go. And I know that feels like you're a little small, little fucking rabbit here, but it's time to leap to the truth. What's the truth? What's the truth of what you actually really want? I feel like that's what you actually have to get to the bottom of here instead of creating the false stories and narratives like, no, I don't know what I want. That's okay. And I'll figure it out. And, You got Joy. This is a great reading. Isn't it joy you want? But maybe you need to be specific on the joy, and maybe you're avoiding joy of love and just focusing on just joy in general. I think that, if you block out the joy of love, then you really will have never full joy. Think about that. I'm not going to do school on that right now, but Jupiter, your own fucking planet. Yeah, the ultimate fucking good luck and abundance right now. Don't waste this shit and don't try and not define things. Jupiter likes to remain open, but also Jupiter expands with the abundance of wanting a gift. I feel like there's a great gift that you have to start to define what it is and or that you could have the good luck to have it or to have the abundance that you want. So it has to be defined on what the abundance is coming for. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer because the emotions defined. Jupiter's at home in Sag because it's got a belief. You're kind of sitting in not beliefs and sitting in kind of like, I'm open, but I don't know. Now it's time to start defining because I don't think that you're in a place where you have anything bad happening anymore. But if you do have anything that's still holding on to where you feel like you can't have anything to celebrate for anymore, or especially because there's some people with that 4 of Wands, especially if you're in a bad marriage or you're in something and you haven't faced that shit yet and you feel like you can't climb the mountain to where you want to go, like that shit, that's got to be addressed. But I'd say for the majority though, it's easy for whatever Sages are going through right now. Just don't, and look at that, you're blocking off your sexual energy, and that's part of your problem too, of a deeper connection. And the more, it's more than just sex, right? It's the deep primal. It's like going to the deepest levels emotionally, and that's where your shadow is. It's like you're too afraid of that. That requires like full commitment, like full, like, oh shit, we're really in this deep. You're too afraid to go too deep. But that's the gift here. So if you're putting up fucking, chastity belts, not going to be good. Look at that. Big decision this week. I'm interested to see what this sacral chakra oracle is going to say right now, because this is going to be interesting with this decision. Passion warrior. And I feel like that's the most badass thing you can be in the world, is a passion warrior for love. And in balance with earth and in balance with the joy. And I love this card because it's connecting with the earth, but also it's free above. It's in all things. It's in earth and the air, and it's still growing and connected to all things and in equal balance. And that passion warrior that's ready to show up and connect to it all, instead of being in this kind of disconnected place and trying to keep things too in between and not defined. A passion warrior is defined. It's a warrior with a passion that's defined. And that's your big decision this week, is like, it's time to start making choices about what you want in your life, instead of sitting in the I don't know, or I've already made my choices of I don't know. Like, no, your major. You got the Fool card. It's time to be foolish and go into the love story and have a new journey and have fun. And make decisions off that passion warrior that feels like, maybe you think you're a little crazy for doing it, but it's looking up at the stars and going, this is where I'm supposed to go. This is the new world. It's the burning house behind it. It's leaving it and going into that new energy. But don't be foolish and miss this opportunity and be like, I don't need to make decisions. I don't need to be a passion warrior. I don't need to fucking do anything. I can just keep moving forward and just seeing what happens. Like, you need to make decisions on things here. I'll even play one more card with it. Judgment. I mean, this is it. Wow. Time to raise to a calling. First house, Aquarius, Saturn. It's time to define what you want instead of disconnecting and not knowing what you want. You have to actually define what you want and what you want to connect with, instead of trying to disconnect. And Saturn in the first, whenever you see it, you either limit what you are, or when it transits there, it defines who you are, or where you limit yourself from what you could be. This is your issue. You're limiting yourself from the connections that you really want in your life, or the connection itself. But the connective energies of defining is your problem, and you need to step away from fucking disconnecting from that and step back into the connection of that. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, nothing worse than a Sag that limits themselves. Come on, especially with love.
Sages are Geminis now, and Geminis are Sages. So we're just going to have to swap them.
God, it's so flip-flop. But for you, I think it is important, as the sun is finishing up in Aries, square Pluto in your second. It's like, you do need to be a passion warrior. That card was great. Like, your values have shifted and evolved, and they've transformed. And it's like, take that into your love life. You hold yourself at a high standard. You want a high standard. Your love should be that too. It should be all those things. And then as we get the sun here in your sixth, with Mercury in your sixth and the North Node and coming into eclipses, now it's time to implement those changes and purify your reality. So where can you make these changes? It's also making really nice aspects over to a lot of to Venus in your fourth house here with Pisces. It's like, express the emotion, find comfort in the change. As weird as that may sound, you actually have to find comfort in the exchange, because that's expanding you, and that's going to open up more love. And then Saturn's over there in your third, and it's like, you're probably overthinking everything, especially with the sixth house trans. Like, don't get too caught up in your head. Just purify with God. You got the Judgment card there too. Like, where's your emotions trying to open things up? Where can you make changes to welcome in more? I think you're at a place to really get a high return right now from the work that you've done on yourself, but you have to be willing to actually make the physical changes and not just be in dreamland. Just dreaming things isn't going to do it. Like, you actually have to mold your reality like clay into what you want. And that's going to welcome the love in. So put some love in that clay and mold it up too. And lead with your emotion, and lead with what's going to make you feel ultimately more comfortable, and you'll find that. But it's like, you have to purify things too and clean up reality.
Well, you know how I used an ultimatum about, I think it was Scorpios would be homeless, right?
Yeah, you did say that.
Well, because now we're dealing with all this Taurus, Sag, you just You don't want to define what you want in your life? Well, you won't have a life to define. You'll just be, everything that's good that you could have in your life will be stripped away, and you'll be left with the shit that was an illusion, and the drug dealers and the darkness and all the places that you thought you could escape, and there'll be nobody there anymore, and the clubs will be closed, and you'll be alone.
Don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there. This is time for you to, like, it's sober. I hate to say it. Sag just want to have a great time, but like this is where the Sag just goes sober. North Node Taurus. And builds the better life.
Escaping isn't going to bring the change you're looking for.
Yeah, in the dark realms, like in the, you know, the taboo. Like, get away from the taboo. Like, this is where you sober up and build like the pure, better life. And I know that sounds boring, but you're already full on so much taboo shit. Like, it's like, it's actually going to be more exciting building a life than it is to always have a life where you can dip back into the pool of darkness. Well, that was a fun one. Make sure that you make my Hypergate Manifestation Masterclass. Starts on Wednesdays, and it's going to be for this next 5 weeks. So you can sign up now by going to highvibe.tv and clicking on Manifestation. Of course, don't miss us at Don't Trip. You can join us, be with us. Lodging is available right now, whether you want to camp, RV, or be at the hotel. It's actually like cabins. They're really badass. 2-bedroom ones, 1-bedroom, all of it. It's so much fun. High Vibe's going to be there. I'll be there doing talks. I'm going to throw Brian in doing talks. Natalie and I have been talking. She's coming. It's going to be a fucking awesome time. Don't miss out. We'll also have a High Vibe TV fucking area where we're going to be doing fucking fun stuff and games, and you can come be with us. Of course, we're not going to sleep in your tent with you, but we'll spend the time with you. We'll be out there. I'll be DJing on the main stage. I'll be doing astrology talks and my big astrology talk and my big DJ set and DJ sets at night and games. And it's going to be amazing. If you really want to have the best time of your life, I'm telling you, Don't Trip is the place to go. That's actually where I met Brian.
Yeah.
So you're missing out. Get it now. Because that lodging goes so quick, and then you'll be stuck in a tent if you don't like to tent it out, or if you don't have an RV. And they're hard to get sales-wise right now, and they're hard to get rent. So, and it's really cheap. I'm so surprised, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for how much they offer, it's insane.
It's insane. So, and believe it or not, I even told Don't Trip, I don't want $1 from this. Like, I just literally, I feel like it's the most sacred fucking festival there is of love, joy, and happiness, and bringing tribe and people together. So you can ask them. I don't ask for $1. That's why you don't see no coupon code or whatever. I'm just like straight up, like, I show up. I do it because I love them. They're my tribe. And I'd love you all to be there. So we have the best time ever. It's very, very, it's cheap for compared to anything else you could do. And it's the nature's fucking amazing.
It's beautiful.
I'm going to give away one ride to one person in my Can-Am.
We're going to do
They're going to have to sign a waiver, though, because I roll that thing and we both die together. Then we die together and nobody's suing me. But I am also, if whoever is going, I'm going to have a raffle and give away a ride with me in my Can-Am and off-road for an hour and a half with me in the middle of nowhere up there in the mountains, which is a blast.
Bang. That'll be so much fun. you want to play for that.
And I'm doing open night mic on one night where I'm going to pass the mic around, and everybody who wants to can roast the Leo King, because I roast you all motherfuckers all the time. You can roast me, and I have to sit there and take it. But, you know, the sacred circles we're going to be doing, like this year, they're giving me a whole area to do spirituality. So it won't be on the concrete like with my fucking RV, you know, like we'll go up into the mountains, which is just right there, and fucking be in a really awesome sacred space and create an awesome space. And there's tons of amazing people there that are, it's like you will meet the friends of your life there. And we'd love to meet you in person. You know, this is a way for me to not have to tour all of America. And it's fucking amazing. It's the best. It's the best. And last year there was a solar eclipse with Mercury retrograde, so it was fucking a little crazy for everybody to get there and figure things out. This year, it's after the eclipses. It's going to be beautiful. So, love to see you all. Don't trip. Go to pleasedon'ttrip.com for that. And I'd get on it as fast as you can because the lodging goes, and when it's gone, it's gone. So, other than that, my masterclass, and thanks, Brian, and spread this around, and see you on the next Deep Love Tarot.